Hello. Can
Hi.
can everyone listen?
Hi, guys.
I made a yes, everyone can listen.
Everyone can.
I made a screen saying stream starting soon because last time
Last time it was such a confusion because it was like 3 minutes of us just silent.
because I was trying to figure out how to go live. I still
This is very new for
this is
everyone.
super new. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
I just wanted to let everyone know
Oh yeah.
I'm Bora's sister. Hi, guys. I'm Bora's sister.
Bora's sister.
I am really, really, really sick.
Super sick.
I've been sick for the past 3 days,
Yeah.
but we're here doing a live stream still. So I'm not going to be talking too much but I'm still fine to do the stream. It's just that I'm sick. But I hope you guys are doing fine. And today we have a really cool idea for the stream. It's gonna be unpopular opinion. So I think it's gonna be fun.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I was the one going out to bring you medicine and all that stuff. And I really hope you get better already.
Yeah. Yeah. Voracity here. She's been buying the medicine, going to the pharmacy all these past days. And yeah, I'm getting better actually. But yeah, I'm still sick. I'm still sick.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to change the stream starting soon. I made a new background. It's this one. It says happy holidays. Just like the last one, but it's another picture.
Nice.
Yeah. I made another one.
Thank you so much for everyone saying that they hope I get better soon. Thank you.
Aw.
That's so nice.
I mean, I know you're going to get better. It's just that it's annoying these
Yeah.
days. Just you can't do anything. You just have to stay here in
Yeah.
bed.
And it's so boring too.
Yeah. Okay, so what is everyone? How is everyone doing?
I think people are loving the screen. It's a very cute one. Like happy holidays.
Thank you. This is a new one. I have the other one here, but I prefer this one. What do you guys think? This is the old one. The old one, just one stream. This is the other one, and this is the new one. Also, I wanted to figure out how to do votings here. Polls. I thought it would be easy, and I don't know how to make them. How do I do polls? Someone says, I'm doing good, just ate a big meal, so I'm full and my stomach hurts.
Girl, that's me. That's us, I think. We'll be eating.
Yes. I don't know how to do polls. Do you know how to do?
Does somebody that someone knows?
I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, so you talk, read the comments for some minutes, and I'm
I
going to figure
see
out how to do the polls.
someone saying, I like the new one. I just watched your video, K-pop without the K. Again. Such a cool video. Hi, Miss Bora. You're part of 20 million JK life. Yum, yum, yum.
I have an idea, which I don't know if everyone would like. I have an idea to do like a ranking of my videos. Because
Wow,
there are
that's
some videos,
crazy.
there are some videos of mine that I made by myself that I'm like, I hate this video.
Oh my god. That's actually so funny because first of all, why you have to rank everything? And second of all, ranking your own videos, I feel you would put all of them at the bottom.
No, there are some that I really, really like, okay? But it's just that there are some that I just, not necessarily I changed my mind, but I felt like I could have done a much better job. But I already made them. So I'm like, I want to roast myself.
I think that's so funny. Oh, someone's asking Bora and Bora's sister, are you guys in college? Boracity is a graduate. She graduated this year, and yes, I'm still in college. I'm younger than Bora than Boracity.
You can say Bora.
I'm younger than
Everyone
Bora.
says Bora.
Because you're Bora and I'm Bora's sister.
Bora sis.
Bora sis.
Or just sis.
Yeah. Yeah, she graduated already.
From the bottom of
On
the chat window.
I was literally looking at that.
Plus, oh, I start a poll. Oh my god, thank you so much. What's your name? Wait.
DHOM.
Dom. I
Dom?
love you. I've been Googling and I'm like, I don't understand. Okay. Because I think the instructions are from like phone, but this comment helped me so much. Okay, start a poll.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to just a random question. Did you watch JK's live yet? Just a random question, you know? Because we're doing unpopular opinions, so your opinion is very much needed. Like we need the polls.
Who said no?
Let's get the votes going. Because for this live stream, we're going to be reading your unpopular opinions that you guys left on the unpopular opinions video that I made. So I need everyone to participate to say if you guys agree or not. We all watch without subs, low. I missed the live. It's so unfair. I feel like, not always, but I missed so many lives, you know?
Yeah, but you have like a sixth sense when it comes to BTS because out of nowhere, whenever they release something that you don't know they're gonna release or a live stream or something, you just wake up out of nowhere. And I'm like, how were you up for that? Like awake for that? Because sometimes it's like 4 a.m. in the morning and you're like, oh yeah, I saw it live. And I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because then I have to watch it like after because Abby is sleeping. It's just so unfair. But she has that sixth sense with BTS. It's so weird.
That is so true. Because I remember that I think it was the New Year's of 2020, like from 2019 to 2020. And BTS were performing or something. Like there was something, or maybe it was Christmas. I don't even remember. But it was like on a holiday. And I remember that I had to wait until 4 a.m. for them to perform. But they're not always performing like at the time because they always go like in the end. So I just fell asleep. And then I woke up out of nowhere. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Because it was like a special holiday. Like we were sleeping and like watching TV or something. And I just fell asleep. And I woke up out of nowhere and I said, oh my God, maybe I missed the live performance of BTS. And then I go to the link and it's like, it's there, it's live. Like they're just starting. So I didn't miss anything. It's like a sixth sense.
Sixth sense.
Yes.
You know, one time I wanted to say sixth sense and I said, I have like a fifth sense.
You said fifth?
Yeah. And then I noticed my mistake and I was like, I'm so fucking stupid.
Marcos, te mando un saludo.
Where,
Marcos said, bueno, te mando un saludo.
Marcos. That's so cute.
I was crying half of the live. Why? Oh, it's your first JK live as a baby army.
That's so cute. I remember.
Because it's so confusing because you're like, oh my God, like I'm on live. I'm going to
Like I'm there with them.
yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
But also I don't understand.
Yeah. Remember that era where JK used to do so many. Remember the era where JK used to do so many live streams.
Yes.
And he was like cooking with JK, eating with him. All of it was with him. It was so
crazy.
cool.
So nice that after so long, he was on a live again. It was the first live for a lot of armies because it makes sense, you know, that there are so many new armies. There are so many.
And it's been like live streams are not as often as they used to be for a little while, remember?
I can't believe it's been like more than a year or like almost a year. No, more than a year since they all went to the military. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
A year. That's crazy. That's crazy because I feel like they never left. Like they're still here because they keep releasing stuff.
Yeah, someone says I didn't even realize a year had passed, but it's been a year. Like more?
More than a year.
More than a year. Way more than a year.
A little more. Right?
Yeah?
I think so. Literally thought he was hacked or something. I was surprised because I know that he's like on a leave from his military stuff, but still was surprising. Like I didn't know he would go live. Like I never.
Someone says 1 year and 4 days.
1 year and 4 years.
Stop it! I'm sick. Don't be me.
1 year and 4 days. Wow, guys, they're so back. Like there's no time left, and they're going to be back. Like all of them finally, and there's no more worries about this thing that they have to do. Like they're back for good, you know, like no more military stuff. Finally. I think that's one of the reasons why he got so many views is because we're deprived of his lives.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like it's been so long. And he is the one who does the most lives, you know?
He's so good at it too.
Yeah, he just hangs out and sings and
and it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, he even fell asleep, so
what? Like that was insane.
That was crazy. And then Jimmy Fallon asking him about it. I think someone says, and I think we were all shocked because we didn't think it was possible. 100%. Like I told you, like I had no idea they would go live. Like one of them would go live. Yes, so yeah, so we all miss them. But I'm really happy because we are just about to start 2025. And 2025, they're all back. And that's all I care about.
That's so nice. Like it's finally gonna be over, you know? Like it's finally gonna be all of them, like the 7 of them at the same time.
Yes.
I'm really excited for that. And honestly, time needs to go faster at this point.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna lay down because I'm starting to get dizzy because these comments like go up like so fast.
Yes.
Let me lay down.
You don't understand. Like, my sister is really
sick. I've been really sick.
Just before we started the live, she was like, okay, let me take some pills, like some medicine, and let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we should just start.
If you're ready to start and everyone's ready to vote, then yeah, we
Okay,
should
so I'm
start.
going to. I have a list of some comments that I found on my video. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, here let me show you.
Marcos, stop it. ¿De qué está enferma mi cuñada? Marcos is just too much, bro.
Wait, okay. So I have a video, which by the way, I had no idea 6 months passed. It says, my BTS unpopular opinions 6 months ago.
Wait,
That's crazy.
6 months?
Yes,
I remember when you were writing it.
I remember when I said, maybe I let like a month go by, and then I'll make like a response.
It's been 6.
It's been 6 months.
It's been 6 months.
But anyways, like I said here that you can leave your comments with your unpopular opinions, and I will read them. Leave your unpopular opinions in the comments. That's what I said.
Nice.
And now I think I'm going to make a video responding more specifically, maybe. But here's what we have for now. So some of the comments that you guys left. Where is it? Okay. So let's read the first one.
I'm so excited because you haven't told me any of these.
Right, I haven't.
So I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm gonna find out with you guys, with everyone in the chat.
Okay.
I'm gonna find
and
out.
I also need your
Look, adore couple. How will you say in English? 4040. Thank you so much.
Adorable.
Adorable.
Adorable 4040.
That's so nice. Thank you.
I forgot to end the poll, so that's the end of the poll.
Oh.
Yes, 76%. So the ones who didn't watch it, JK's live, go ahead and watch it because it's crazy and it's so much fun. It's nice to see him again, you know? Okay, so let's read this comment. It says, unpopular opinion. So this is number 1. I don't want BTS to do a concert, tour, or any big performances when they all return in 2025.
Oh my God.
I want them to take time for themselves, to spend time with their families, friends, and with each other. I'm okay if they do lives and run BTS.
Okay. What? Oh my God. What do you think?
Okay, let me do the poll.
Can I say my opinion?
Of course.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be fine with whatever they choose to do, because here's the thing. I think they do what they want, you know? Like, and if it's coming I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And if it's coming from their heart that they want to go, and as soon as they're out, like, start releasing music, I know and I trust 100% that it's because they want to do it. Because if they genuinely want to rest and want to just like wait till 2026, that's gonna be their choice. So if they, like, as soon as they are out and they start like releasing music like crazy and tour here and there, whatever, I feel like that would be something that they want. And also I've seen, like, for example, Namjoon saying so many times that he just wants to get out of there, sing his music. That I kind of see, I would understand. But also I see the perspective of an army just saying, like, I want what's best for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I trust them so much with their smart decisions that I feel like they are going to make the best choice at the end. So I just trust them.
Yes, what I think is that I do want them to rest. You know, I do want them to not just feel pressure to perform. Like, once they're all like out of the military, they have to perform and they have to record and they have to do everything. I just think that naturally they will do it. They will start their projects in 2025, like their BTS projects. Maybe not necessarily they're going to like come out with something in 2025, but I
Uh-huh.
feel like they will. I feel like they will start working on it in 2025.
Okay, I just know it. Like I feel it. I know. Like someone said, like please take Namjoon out of there because genuinely, like, like I feel like that's what makes them the happiest, and I just want
Yes.
them to be happy. And I know they're gonna choose the best because
Yes.
whenever they have to take difficult choices, like they have done it, like for example when Jungi was not doing well, he needed to
Yeah,
rest.
but that's the other thing. Like BTS are so like we have to perform, we have to perform, that even when Yoongi was like when he had his surgery, as soon as he was a
Uh-huh.
little better, he would perform. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not dance, but he would perform with still his
His
shoulder
shoulder,
healing.
yeah.
Like it was still healing, but maybe the doctor said it's fine, to not of course do dance moves and everything, but it's fine for you to perform. So he was like, okay, I'm performing then. So it's like that mentality that I feel like they have. And also like Namjoon, like he said recently, I remember where he said it, like was it in on Weavers or something? Like being there just makes him miss performing with BTS more. Like it's like he wants it. He wants it.
Yeah.
So at least like I'm asking them like for their own good. I feel like
Yeah.
they don't have to do what Jin did. Like the next day, boom,
No.
meeting with everyone and hugs. Like they don't have to do that. Don't do that, please. They don't have to. But maybe take like a month rest, like maybe a couple of months. But I feel like they're going to like they want to come back. So I feel like they're going to start working on their comeback in 2025. Like
Yeah.
as much as I want them to rest for 6 months, I don't see it possible.
I don't see
I
it
don't feel like they're
happening.
going to rest for 6 months.
No, but honestly, like I think like this unpopular opinion, how I would say it is I would say something like I would be fine if that's what they choose.
Mhm.
Like they go out of the military and they choose like no, let's rest.
Yes.
I will be so on board with it. I will be like, that's great. Even though it's been like 2 years without BTS, if that's their choice, I will be fine with it. Like I would be like, yeah, 100%. Like I totally agree.
Yes.
But knowing them and hearing them talk about army, about concerts, about music while they are still in the military, I just know
yes, because
that they're
if
just
they
gonna go
really,
straight to it.
of course, they wanted to rest. Like all artists, right? They have to rest. They have to. Even if they don't want to, I'm sorry, but they have to. You cannot overwork yourself. However, they didn't have to do their entire solo project stuff. Not everyone was preparing that. But when they realized, they said this on Festa, I think J-Hope was the one actually preparing some stuff. So the rest said, why don't we all do that? Is this thing that they always have to release something, like they are always working on music. And I feel like as much as we want them to rest, because this is not just one comment. I've seen a lot of this on Twitter, on TikTok. Like I've seen a lot of these comments like, I just want all of 2025 for BTS to rest. Maybe just think about it for yourself and your passion. I don't see myself not doing what I love for 6 months just because people want me to rest.
Also, like we were talking about it recently. I don't know if you remember, but like we said, their rest is being forced to be in the military because they don't want to be there.
Yes,
and
I
they
saw.
are stopping their careers to go to the military. So it's kind of like they're resting because even though like the military is hard,
artistically resting.
they're artistically resting.
Yes, because
even though it's like hard or whatever, it's still like know what they want to do.
That's the main point. Because a lot of people say, you guys don't understand. Like being in the military is not rest. It's like a lot of hard work, and I completely agree with that. But it is a rest from your passion. Like it's a break from your passion. During this time, they cannot seriously commit to writing songs and produce music and record music and all that stuff. It's a rest from that. It's a forced rest.
Yeah. Someone says, but I wouldn't say that the military is rest for them. It's mentally taxing for
Yes.
them
Mm-hmm.
because they can't do what they. Yes, I 100%. It's not like. It's still like I feel like if we're talking about like work, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
BTS as BTS, they work so much like the tours, the choreographies, and all of the work they put into the group. I don't think it's the same as going to the military.
Yes.
But still, like, I totally understand what you're trying to say because it's like they need, like, I feel like us armies, we want them to just do nothing for a few months.
Yes, that's what I've seen people say.
Yeah.
They
But
just want them to like be at their homes or like just go to parties or whatever, like be with their families, just hang out with friends. They want them to do nothing. But I feel like that is a nice sentiment from us. And I also wish that if they want that. But I'm just saying that I've seen this comment a lot and not everyone wants that. You know, not everyone can do that for 6 months.
yeah.
I don't know. Like it's an unpopular
Also,
opinion.
like, also, I feel like I genuinely think they choose what's best for them because Jin was the first one to go to the military and he could have released his album before going to the military, but maybe he didn't want to rush it, or like they have their
Mhm.
choices and they have their reasons that
Yes.
sometimes we don't know
Yes.
about.
Yes. At the end of the day,
They're gonna choose what's best.
yes, 100%.
So if it was best for Jean to just rest and kind of like just let it go and go to the military and do it after the military, that's a choice they made knowing the full context. So sometimes we don't know. So that's why I just trust them with whatever they want to do.
That's at the end of the day, we just have to trust them because they know what they're doing, and that's the end of the story, really. Army said, no one, even Army, should be making these decisions for them 100%. They know
100%.
themselves and their careers better than anyone else. They'll choose correctly for themselves. Yes, and that's what I was trying to say because I see this comment, not this comment specifically, but I see this comment of a lot. Like, I just want BTS to rest for the entire 2025, like that they have left, like for the 6 months that they have left in 2025. Just don't do anything music related. And I don't know if I agree with that. They have to choose whatever they want to do by themselves. I like the sentiment that, of course, I want them to rest, but if they don't want that, they shouldn't. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so how is the poll? 53% agree, 47% disagree. Okay, so it is an unpopular opinion. It's dividing. And also, this comment specifically says they don't want BTS to do a concert tour or any big performances. And I actually kind of agree with that because I don't think a tour in 2025 is even realistic.
No.
It has to be 2026 at least to prepare everything.
Yeah.
And I think it just wouldn't be fair for them to expect a tour in 2025.
Yeah.
It's just I think just a little song or a little performance, I know they're going to do it because it's them. They always do this kind of stuff. They always go and do everything they want, you know?
Yeah. I think these unpopular opinions are gonna open the conversation and they're gonna
Yes.
make us jab about it, and the chat, they can join our jab session or japping session, but it's just about the yapping. It's about like, because it's generally nothing is like black or
Right.
white, like it's gonna be gray, all of it. So
Yes. And remember that all of the comments I chose, I believe are armies, like real armies. So no hate, please, to anyone in this comment section because these are all like
I think all of us here are like real armies that we genuinely care
Yes.
about BTS. So
and we are
wouldn't
all
be-
mature. Like we are going to respect each other's opinions.
Literally,
Okay.
yes.
Like this chat is literally divided. Look, 52-48%. But still, like
and that's 100% fine.
in the end, we all trust BTS. End of the story. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yes, OT7.
Oh, what is
All
what
love
did they
for
say?
everyone.
Yes, totally. Please. Okay. Unpopular opinion. BTS spoils armies way too much.
Period.
With songs, choreos, hidden messages, letters, fan songs, pre-recorded albums, videos for enlistment, period, gifts, over the top, festa celebrations. It's true with the over the top. Dedications, non-stop content, random long lives, the intimacy they talk to us with, among other things. Like the other fandoms don't even get the tip of the iceberg when we get without even asking.
Okay.
And also, it says, this person says, I'm perfectly fine with it as long as the boys aren't burning themselves out, overexhausting themselves while doing it.
Period. Yes, I agree with that. I'm gonna say everyone's saying yes, so I think this is not unpopular at all. I think this is very popular. And I'm gonna say it's not our fault, like Army's fault, that BTS likes their fandom. And I'm so sorry, but I said it. It's not our fault. Their armies are just a superior fandom. Like, we're so great, like we do so much, and we are like very grateful to what BTS does. Even if it's like a little thing, we're gonna get it with so much joy and so much love that I feel like it makes them happy to do it. And not like, okay, a little bit of shade, but there's some artists that they just hate their fandoms and they just don't treat them with respect. And it's a little shady, but it's just the truth. I'm sorry. That's it.
I mean, I do feel like BTS does a lot of content, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I kind of agree with this comment because I'm also perfectly fine with it as long as they are not burning themselves or anything.
Exactly.
Like,
yes, it's reciprocated with Army because they do so much and we do so much. So it's love everywhere.
Yes.
Not like other artists.
Dot. I mean, yeah, it's true that there are some artists, certain artists that they definitely 100%, and I can see it, they don't do it for their fans. Like, they feel nothing for their fans. I feel it. I feel it.
So,
like, not even gratitude.
Not our case. Like, this is not our case at all. And I think just other fandoms might be a little jealous because armies are just like, armies are great and we get so much content out of the love of BTS, not because they have to do it, not because it's fan service. You know what I mean?
Yes. I do feel like the unpopular opinion is BTS spoils armies way too much. And I feel like, yes, like, I feel like,
but I love being spoiled.
I mean, same, but I do feel like it's a little bit too much because what happens with this is that armies start expecting things, and we should not expect.
Oh no.
And
maybe
that
it's because
is the
I don't
problem.
expect anything, so anything they do, even if they fart on camera, I'm gonna be like, oh my
Stop it.
goodness, oh my goodness,
That is
thank you.
amazing.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Like, I never expect anything, so whenever they say like, oh, it's too much, I never saw it that way. But I think you're right. I think there's people that kind of.
What do you mean? Let's
go back a little.
Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, because
Let's overanalyze this.
I'm thinking specifically about the performances during the pandemic era because those were exhausting for them. They said it, and it's also like a lot.
No, you
and
know what
I don't
was
want
thinking?
that. That is like way too much, and I feel like we can do that. We can be fine as a fandom without 30 performances of Dynamite. You know, it's okay. We can
Exactly.
got
No,
that half or you know.
What I was thinking more was like the military, Because when I saw the
Oh,
festa and you was crying, that was heartbreaking for me, and I was like preparing myself mentally for not have them,
for not having them.
for not having them anymore while they were at the military, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like preparing myself. And then they
Yes.
started releasing albums and then tours and then Lollapalooza. Like there was so many things that started happening after they announced the military that I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like I was so grateful for that,
I feel like,
you know?
yes, I feel like doing things individually opens like it. What's the sentence? It takes the weight out of the concern as a group. Like I don't know how to express it in English. You know
Say
what I'm
it in
trying to say?
Spanish to me because I have no clue
Les
what you're
quita un
trying to
peso de
say.
encima.
¿A quién?
A BTS como grupo. Hacer cosas individualmente. Doing
Oh,
things
it
like,
takes like a responsibility out from BTS.
yes, because for example, I'm going back to one of my videos, by the way. If anyone has watched it,
Promoting yourself.
I ranked like 33 live performances of Dynamite because those were all the live performances they had at one time. At some point, it was 33 performances of Dynamite. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
33 live performances of the same song.
Okay, but
That is
did they ever say why was the blah, 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 what was the reason about it?
take pressure off, said one person. That is exactly, yes. Take
Oh,
pressure off the chest. Yes. Um they basically did that because they couldn't fly. This is what I'm thinking. They
right.
couldn't fly to this award show, they couldn't go to this other one, and they couldn't also deny this other award show because they're not flying to one and then denying the other one.
Exactly.
I feel like that's better because
And I kind of like made it up for that.
yes, because this is the thing, and I said this in a couple of my videos. I feel like the Boy with Love promotion schedule was perfect because they could go to the important things that they really wanted to go, like SNL and maybe Good Morning America, and then the BBMAs. But they could also deny some things. They said no to the AMAs. They said no to the VMAs. They always say no to the
Exactly,
VMAs.
but you know what I feel, and maybe I'm being a little bit too crazy, a little bit too delusional. Yes, but I feel like they do this type of stuff, saying like, "Oh, let's do this." I feel like army are gonna love it instead of let's do this because we have to make it up because we're not going there. We're not, you know what I mean? Like I feel
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
difference in their work and how they put it out there. That's why I feel like armies are so grateful to it because it's like not a responsibility for them.
Yes.
It's more like let's do this because they're gonna like it.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that Boy with Love promotion schedule was perfect because they had the opportunities to choose what to do as content and what not to do as content. And also, if they wanted to go on a live, they go on a live and all this kind of stuff. But during the Dynamite era and during the Butter era as well, they had all of these opportunities and they basically said yes to all of them. I remember they performed Butter for like a random radio station that I'm like, why are they performing this exclusive live performance for a radio that nobody listens to? But it's because they said yes to everything. And that for me is like content that they didn't have to do. I'm thankful that they did it. And I enjoyed all that content, but I just want them to do what they actually want to do. And that I feel is what happened during the Boy with Love era.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do something, they did it. If they didn't want to do something, they didn't do it. They rejected a lot of award shows. So it's okay.
Yeah. It's great.
Yes.
Super grateful.
Yes. I remember said I saw a comment that someone said they didn't expect Dynamite to blow up. No pun intended.
Oh my goodness.
I found that hilarious. Like you were talking and I was like reading that comment. It was funny. they did that much performance because it was English and it was the first time they were invited to most of them. I I'm going to have to disagree a little bit. I don't think it was because of that. They performed for a lot of things because they couldn't go anywhere. So they couldn't, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're at home, there are no award shows you can go to physically. There are no music shows you can go to physically, and they didn't want to as well. So if they're
Because it was not safe.
yes, the only thing they could do is pre-record things.
Yeah.
So they're going to do it. They cannot have concerts. They cannot have award shows. They cannot have anything.
And they
so
were trying to compensate that.
yes,
Like overcompensate that.
yes. But anyways,
Anyways, it was a fun.
yes, and this is I think it's a good comment. Like,
Yeah.
it's the only one that I've seen that it's kind of like this because a lot of unpopular opinions were like repeated. So I just chose one. But this one is like unique. I didn't see any other comment like this. So very, very interesting. Okay, should we go to the next one?
Let's go to the next one.
Let's end the poll. And 83% of our disagree. So we kind of all agree. But 17% disagree. So maybe there's something.
Someone asking, Bora says, do you help make videos for Boracity? The answer to that question is no, I do not. However, Bora, she has like a long process to do every video, and there's a part of the process that she writes the script. While she writes the script, she reads to me her idea, and we discuss about it. So sometimes in the videos, you're going to find some of my opinions there. But in the process of recording the voice, editing, thumbnails, and all of that, it's a one person, it's a one-man work, like a one-man job. And that's Bora 100%. Like that's her. All of it is her. And yeah, we discuss about it and that's it.
Yes, honestly, I always talk to my sister about what my next video is going to be about. And I explain it to her like, this is my idea. Am I crazy if I like...
Or sometimes like, you know way too much about BTS, like way too much, that you just want to include everything in one video. So it doesn't make sense. So I tell you like, no, start with this, start with that, like kind of like
just focus on this. Because
Exactly.
you sound like a crazy person.
Exactly.
Talking about all of this.
Exactly.
Yes. And also the other way, because sometimes I'm just... No.
Sometimes you just say like, I have this idea. I don't know where to start, how to say it, like all of it. And we just discuss, and that's kind of like, I'm just part of the process, but I don't do any of the production or anything about it. Like that's 100%.
Yeah. And sometimes you choose the thumbnails. I send you two.
Oh yeah.
Two thumbnails.
No, because she's a little bit cray about it. She be sending me two different thumbnails, and I'm like, what's the difference? Like I don't see it. And it's like, do you see that one has little white lines and the other one has little black lines? Which one is better? Go. And I'm like, okay.
No, but it's important.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Next one.
Okay. Unpopular opinion. I do not know why armies make such a big deal of missing alive when you can watch it later. I prefer watching it at my own time. What do you think?
I'm going to have to agree with this because here's the thing. I have a job, you guys. I have a job. I am very much tired. So sometimes there are things that are just not in my schedule, but I need to go to sleep. So I'm going to watch it whenever I have the chance to do it. If I'm there and I get the notification that they're live, I'm going to go with it, like I'm just gonna watch it, but I don't think it's the biggest deal because at the end of the day, I'm gonna still watch it. You know what I mean? I just take my time a little bit on it. I think people are disagreeing. I think they just want to watch it whenever they're live because I understand the feeling. I understand the feeling. Oh my God, they're live. So I'm there, like with them,
Yes.
literally. So I don't know what you think about it.
Um, honestly, whenever they are live and I'm like, oh, I got like the notification, or like I see on social media that the people are saying, oh, like this person is live. I'm running.
Yeah,
I'm running.
you're
to
not
win.
walking, you're
Yeah.
running.
And I do feel like it's different because when you actually watch it live, you can comment, and it's not
Like
like
you're
they're
there.
yes, you're there, and I don't know, it's not like they're going to read your comments, but I feel like it's nice to be there at the time.
I get it. No, like I understand. It's just I think it's just a me thing, you know. Like
Yes,
I yeah.
but what I do have to say is that there are some times when I'm just, especially when they just go live and it's like hours and they just talk.
Uh huh.
I need to read the translations, and I usually just go to Twitter and see the live translations from translators, army translators, and I'm not actually watching the live. I am, but I'm also reading the translations, so I'm like not exactly there. So I don't
You're
know.
there, but you're not there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do. Like, should I just watch the live and then watch it again with the subtitles? Or like, what do you guys do?
I think all of them agree
Because
that they want to be part of the life.
I feel like I'm not paying attention sometimes because I'm reading the translations from Twitter and stuff like that.
I mean, what else can you do?
Just watch and not understand anything, and then go back and watch it again with the translation from the site. I don't know.
Yeah. Someone says 5 years of learning Korean made me able to understand their lives. Girl, that's a dream. That's a dream for every army. I think.
Yes.
That's a dream.
We said it in the first live, which by the way I unlisted the live because it was a little bit like crazy because we had no idea.
It was all over the place.
It was all over the place, and I didn't know how to modulate my voice and all this stuff. Like I don't know. But I mentioned in that one live.
Well, we said when they went to the military, oh, we're gonna have
yeah.
so much time to learn Korean. So when they come back, we're gonna know Korean and we're gonna watch all the lives. And we're
Yes,
gonna
like
know all the songs.
I promised myself, like I have like 2 years and a half, almost 3 years to learn Korean and understand everything.
Clowns. That's what we are.
And yes, I did not learn a lot.
Oh my god, I've seen a lot of comments saying that they know Korean. You guys, what the hell? Learning Korean is difficult. Yes, it's difficult because when they went to the military, we said we're gonna learn Korean and we're gonna save money for the tour. Girl,
We have nothing.
lies. Like we have $0 in the bank, and we know 안녕하세요. That's basically it. So it was not for us.
I do feel like Korean as a language,
It's easy. Someone's saying it's easy.
it's easy to learn because I learned English as a second language, and that is crazy.
Yeah.
Learning Korean, I feel like it makes sense. All of the vowels make sense. All of the rules make sense. The sentences structure makes sense.
Yeah, someone says it's easy to study.
Yes. Like I don't even know a lot.
Hangul is easy to learn. We know Hangul.
We know Hangul, some fruits, numbers, colors, that kind of stuff. And I also know that,
But still, we lied to ourselves because
Yes.
we said so many things when they went to the military.
yeah,
Nothing happened.
yeah,
They are already coming back.
yeah. But anyways,
Right, about the live streams. I understand that one. Like I think live streams are cool to watch live. It's just like it sucks a little bit that we don't know Korean, and like I don't know what they're saying. I feel like
Yes. I feel like
it sucks, but
I
still.
do like watching it live. I do. But being completely honest, I do feel like I enjoy the live more with the subtitles after everything.
Of course.
Yes. So I kind of agree.
So yeah.
So the poll says 62% agree that missing a live is not a big deal, and 38% disagree.
Well, that's the votes.
That's the votes. The comments on the live, though, yeah, we have to do something about that. And actually, I have a one of these common unpopular opinions comments. It's kind of about that, so we're going to talk about it soon. So I'm going to end the poll.
Let's go to the next one.
My unpopular BTS opinion is BTS expanding their musical genres isn't a bad thing. Experimenting and trying new sounds and genres is a part developing and evolving and growing as an artist, whether that then be as a group or a soloist. I think we
I agree with that.
as armies have not as armies, but I feel like
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there.
oh
People are asking, how is this unpopular? Period. Why you chose this as an unpopular opinion?
it was the third most liked comment.
Oh, oh, this is not unpopular.
Okay, wait a second. I was going to comment that I feel like for armies it's not that unpopular, but I feel like for
People, yeah,
K-pop,
for other,
yes, for K-pop
artists.
stands and for artists in general, changing the genre, it is a big deal. Because as a Linkin Park fan, let me tell you,
yeah,
let me tell you, I'm not even going to do a poll for this one because I feel like
it's not unpopular at all.
yes. With when Linkin Park had their first album, they had like a signature sound. And then for their second album, they continued that sound, but not exactly like that. But people still liked it. Fans still liked it. And then with the third one and fourth one, they started changing the sound. And then for their last album with their main singer, they completely, like totally different sound, totally different. And people hated that album.
Yeah.
I personally liked it. But what I'm trying to say is that maybe this is not an unpopular opinion for armies, but it is an unpopular opinion in the musical space in general. Because I've seen this everywhere. Like it's always the same thing. The same thing. Tell me.
Tell
me.
It depends 100% on the artist. Because hear me out. It depends on the artist, and BTS just don't qualify for that. Because, for example, if out of nowhere, a band like Linkin Park starts changing their sound, it's like weird. It's like, oh, what? Like it's gonna make the fandom be like, what the hell? What is this? But BTS has such a different. They're so like different, and the sound is always gonna be different and evolving and changing, and that's why I think armies are like, yeah, that's normal. That's good. But for other artists, it's not. But like for example, Tyler, the Creator, he's so experimental with all of his music that for fans that know Tyler, they're like, that's normal, as he should.
Yeah,
he should be more
the sound. Okay,
changing his sound. He should, as he should. And I think we're having the same experience as that because we're used to BTS evolving and changing. Like you see the first album and then the second one, and you're like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like there are other artists that are a little bit like, for example, Bad Bunny. If I don't know where he starts with, well, no, Bad Bunny, I think he does a very good job at switching genres. He's not very like broad on that, but like he switched genres. Let me see other artists. Like any Hispanic song, like no, Hispanic is too broad. Give me just 1 second. Karol G. What if she starts singing like a metal? People are gonna be like, what is she doing? You know what I mean? But with BTS, this doesn't apply because BTS are, first of all, there are 7 different people.
Yeah, so it's impossible for them to maintain one sound. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Or like One Direction releasing metal music, like makes no sense. You know what I mean? But with BTS, I feel like it makes sense. Like if tomorrow they release a metal sound, I know for like a metal whole album, I know they're gonna make it make sense. Like I know it.
I mean, someone says, BB Miles says, in rock maybe, but in pop not so much. Taylor Swift changed genres with no problems. And I have to kind of disagree with that because I remember, like I wasn't necessarily like a Taylor Swift fan, but I knew one very closely and he was so annoyed. And he was a fan. Like you don't understand.
Oh.
And he was so annoyed when she stopped doing country music and moving to pop music.
Damn.
So I don't know
BTS
about
polka
that.
comeback. Let's go. I'm so sorry I cut you off, but like
No,
polka.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
She got hell for switching. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Totally.
Yeah, but I understand the comment because pop music, it's easy to kind of like go around with. But if you are a country music artist, people are going to give you shit for switching to pop. I think it depends. But I don't think it applies to artists like BTS because BTS are too... First of all, like there's 7 different people. Like I think that's...
Of course they're
that's
going
the
to.
most-
Yes.
That's the biggest thing about
I mean, but surprisingly, we are so used to BTS releasing all of these genres. And we are like, obviously, we all agree. Like, look at the poll. 99%
it's insane.
of people agree with this. But just think about every other musical group. Like, even if it's not 7, 5 members is still a lot. And
Yeah.
they all like do the same sound.
Yeah, but also that's kind of why they don't work out because
Yes.
they don't have the
Yes.
freedom that BTS has. That's why Zayn left One Direction, and his music has nothing to do with One Direction sound.
Yeah.
Because BTS has such creative freedom. That's why we get these different genres, and that's why they stay together. And that's one of the factors. Like, it's the truth.
Yeah, because it's really, maybe we are too used to BTS like being awesome and having like all of these genres, and we accept them like that. Like, of course, you're going to do all of these genres, and we love them for that. But I'm saying that it is rare.
Yeah.
Just even thinking about K-pop has hundreds of groups. Tell me, why do I feel like they all release the same sound again and again? The same couple of sounds, you know?
Yeah. I want to ask, though, for the 1% that voted disagree.
2% now.
2%.
Yes.
Let me, like, no shade at all. That's your opinion, period. You're entitled to it. Just, like, let us know, like, what's your thought process? Like, how is it bad? You know? I want to know.
I feel like some armies, and yes, some of them are like multi-fandom, not just armies, but there are some people who do think that
No. Someone said, let's jump to 2%. No.
no, guys.
No.
Someone said 2% is like 6 people. Yeah, so
Okay, guys, so let us know. With 6 people. 6 people is still a lot of people.
come to the front.
Come to the front.
I
So
clicked.
was there wrong click?
Yeah. No, but I understand. I don't agree, but I do understand what they're trying to say, because some people are really like, this is the sound that I like, and once they stop doing it or they start doing it less, I don't like it anymore.
No. No.
You disagree.
I disagree because it doesn't apply to BTS. This applies to other artists.
You're right.
To other artists. No shade at all. However, they misread.
This may be your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
It's wrong. No shade.
Opposite day, someone said.
What?
Opposite day.
Opposite day.
No pressure.
No, come to the front, please.
Okay, so
No, because like, I'm so sorry, but like, how is this gonna be a bad thing? We have songs like.
you're still with it. Like,
No, we
you
have
just
amazing songs. Rap music or like the whole Jack in the Box, like it's like so dark and mysterious and cool. And then we have music like Jamie, it's like I'm a diva in the club. So I need to understand what's the thought process of why is this bad? This is the best that could happen because your playlist can be full of BTS, because why would you need other artists?
you're so passionate about this.
No, because I think this is their plan all along. They want to master every single genre, so armies don't have an excuse to listen to other artists. I think this is their plan. I'm sorry. We can go to the next one. I hope people agree with me and that 2%. I'm waiting. I'm just kidding. I respect. BTS world domination. That's what they want. That's what they're trying to do. Tomorrow they're gonna start releasing Valeria. They're gonna start releasing freaking, I don't know, opera. And they're gonna nail it and people are gonna love it.
I don't think it's that crazy at this point for them to release any genre, because I'm telling you, like, I always knew they were going to release different genres, because that's what they've always been doing. But with the solo stuff, like, it's very drastic.
Yeah.
It's like jazz music, and then it's like rock music. I never had expected this.
And also, like, I agree so much with this comment. Look, I was worried when I heard Dynamite was disco inspired, because I hate disco. But somehow they got me over my issues. Hear me out. That's the thing, because it doesn't matter if you don't like the genre. For example, you were not like the biggest fan of jazz.
No.
But
I
you
wasn't.
love B's album.
Loved it.
That's the thing. Like, even though like that's not your preference or that's not your favorite genre, they still manage their way. I don't know how, but they still manage their way to make good music. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
They are magicians.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
BTS Cumbia album.
Cumbia. Stop it. No, but honestly, did you guys see that J Balvin liked J-Hope's latest post?
Oh yeah.
Guys, it's happening.
Yeah, because
It's happening.
J-Hope, mi gente latino, like this is literally gonna happen. He already collab with Becky G. I can totally see this happening.
Yeah. Yeah. It's happening. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
Someone said, I didn't love life, but they managed their way and I am leaving. Period. I think that's exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you so much.
Look, the poll went to 97.
Oh!
There are more people.
Who are disagreeing with me.
Yes. Anyways, let's stop the poll here.
Yes, let's go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one. Next unpopular opinion is censorship. Censorship is usually wrong, but when it comes to BTS, we need censorship. And I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about us. We have way too much talking privilege. We need moderators on Weavers. I can watch some girl making this type of videos on TikTok Live, and she has more protection than BTS's live.
Oh.
We do our best to report, but we shouldn't have to. We need moderators. My unpopular opinion is we need less access to BTS. We don't need 12-year-olds asking about their ships. We don't need people from Brazil screaming, come to Brazil every 30 seconds.
Oh.
We don't need aunties and bots coming in literally to just upset everyone. The days of typing something and watching it send should be reconsidered. You want to say something to Jungkook? All right, cool. But someone is going to review it first. Why? Because they are human beings and they deserve to be treated like it. What do you think?
I agree. People sometimes don't know when to stop, or like there's a line, and sometimes they're not treated as people, and it sucks. And I think they should be a little bit more protected, because it's not fair that they go on live because they want to talk to army and have a good time, and then they get to read comments, like really bad comments or like not engaging comments. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's cute or funny. I think that's wrong. So I agree.
I totally agree with this. And one of the greatest things that BTS has done, or their team, or whoever did it, was closing their comment sections on Instagram. That
Yes.
amazing decision, because K-pop fandoms and other fandoms as well are crazy when it comes to spamming comment sections. For what? Like, I don't know how you can take time of your day to go to a profile of someone that you don't like and then leave a comment like as spam, like in masses. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
It's
I would
because
never
they're
think of
losers,
doing
for
that.
real. Like they have nothing to do with their lives, and they just don't enjoy anything in their lives. That's why they have to make everyone else miserable. But it's ridiculous and sad. They should seek therapy.
Yeah, I do think that I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with this comment. I do believe that, especially for their lives, there needs to be moderators. Like, there needs to be a couple people there. Well, it's BTS, so if I need one moderator for my lives, imagine BTS. They need like thousands, not thousands, but I don't know how many, but they need moderators. They need to approve some comments. And also, we as fans need to ask better questions on their lives.
Yeah.
Leave better comments.
Be more engaging, like especially
Yes.
if they're talking about something, like talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they're people, they're trying to have a conversation, trying to have fun. So
Mhm.
so help them. You know,
Yes.
be nice about it. Or like, yes, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna agree with this comment and say I hate sheep solo comments on their lives. Also, I saw
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Like, don't ask that stuff. Like,
it's like inappropriate comments about sexualizing them or like their body. It's like that is, first of all, so disgusting, and second of all, it's like they're human beings behind that screen, and it's just disgusting. You know, it's disgusting. Genuinely, like it doesn't look good. It's not cute. It's not funny. So I don't agree with that. I think at the end of the day, what they are and what they want is to be respected as artists and as people, and I think it's demeaning in every way. So I don't agree with that. And yes, I do agree with this comment that there should be way more censorship.
yes, like certain words and phrases should be like banned, like not accepted. Like, your comment shouldn't even go through. But yeah, I do agree with this, and I think the majority of armies agree. 96% agree that we need more censorship for the fandom, because this comment clearly says the censorship is not for BTS, of course. It's for army. It's
Of
for
course,
it's for the comments. It's for the comments. We need moderators on waivers.
to protect them.
Yes. And to have a better experience. Like, it's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yes. So, should we go to the next one? Yes. Rosanna said, I remember one live where Tay complained about the comments being too childish, asking dumb questions. He wanted to engage with ARMY and only saw dumb comments. And not specifically with BTS, but I've seen other artists on their lives being like, why are you guys asking this kind of stuff? Like, it's weird. And also, reporting by themselves comments. They shouldn't have to do that. There should be people there working for them and being moderators. That's what the moderators are for. The artists should just read the engaging comments and the nice comments and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes. So don't leave weird comments. Do we go to the next?
Yes, let's go to it because I think everyone's in the same page.
Okay. Let's end the poll.
I don't
Mm.
understand what the 3-4% disagree with.
I mean,
Maybe they think that it's not as bad, but I do think it's.
or maybe they think, I don't know. Maybe they don't care about those comments because some
No.
comments are like, "Come to this country," but when it's a lot, it's like that is okay. What can they say? Okay, sure, I'll go. That's the best that can happen.
Yeah.
What else can happen?
What else can happen?
It's not like
it's not engaging at all. Like,
yes,
what exactly? Or make a heart. Okay, one time in the entire life.
yeah.
What else? Like, it's like that's so. As yeah, I think it's childish.
Okay, next one says, my unpopular opinion. There is a shockingly large proportion of these. No, sorry. There is a shockingly, I cannot say this word.
Me neither.
Large portion of this fandom who either are edgelords and don't like fun to the point that BTS listen to them, which they never do, thankfully. It would actually limit them artistically. There is always such a huge concentration of BTS has changed. I miss the old BTS. They've sold out.
Oh my god.
Why is there no message anymore? They're losing their authenticity. Anytime BTS has an upbeat or positive song as a title track, they don't pay attention to the B-sides. They don't understand that songs that make you feel happy or just as important and meaningful as the ones that make you feel sad or angry. They also completely hypocritically never seem to notice when songs that fit their style don't have much of a message either. Neither Fire nor Permission to Dance were that complex in the message department, and they didn't need to be. But you don't see people accusing them of selling out after one. Just say it's not your genre or taste. They haven't changed or sold out or lost their way just because you don't like it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the reason why I decided to include this comment was because, well, first of all, you guys know that I already have a video about the I miss the old BTS excuse, because I do feel like it's an excuse, because if you really think about it, there's no one sound that BTS used to have. It was always like a bunch of sounds, and then they changed it, and then they went back to an old one, and they changed it again, and then they went back to an old one. It was always like an exploration of different genres. They always explore different genres. So I feel this opinion of I miss the old BTS sound very personal. I made the entire video because of that, because I disagree completely.
If you miss the old BTS, just listen to the old BTS.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like people sometimes are not appreciating what they do. Because if they're releasing a lighthearted song, just take it as that. Just it's a lighthearted song. It's fun. It should be fun. It should be cute or whatever. And it's like that's the song. It doesn't mean that they've changed forever. That they're never gonna release a meaningful song or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like people take it way too seriously sometimes.
And they love to nitpick, because have they not actually paid attention to BTS? Because just look at their album Proof. They released 3 new songs, and they released officially like an old one, Born Singer. But it's like they just want to pay attention to what they want to pay attention. People act like they just released, like they went to the military with butter, and that's it. Like that was their last song, and Permission to Dance. Those were their last songs. And no, like they released 3 new songs in 3 very different genres. Yet to come, it's completely different to Run BTS, and Run BTS is completely different to For Youth.
Yeah.
And actually, for other people who keep saying like, "Oh, I miss I miss their old sound. Like BTS now is not the BTS that they used to be." For Youth is super BTS. Take Two is super old BTS. Like it gave me all of those feelings, of
Yeah. Yeah.
I completely agree with this comment. I mean, I feel like it's not that unpopular for us in this community because I know that I make the videos and a lot of people agree with them. So maybe this is not such an unpopular opinion, but it had a lot of likes. So I wanted to include it as well.
Yeah, because maybe not here, and maybe here everyone we agree. But I've seen those comments.
I see them all the time.
I see them all the time. When they had 3 songs in English, everyone turned their backs on them, and everyone would start saying like, "Oh, they are sold out. Like they are selling themselves to America." And it's like, bro, it's 3 songs. Like look at the full album.
And have they listened to their latest album, B? Like B is full them, and it's them more than they've ever been because it was a pandemic project. They were the ones producing everything that they usually didn't do.
Yeah.
Like Jimin was the director of the project, and there's usually another person for that. They are the ones just composing and producing and doing the songwriting, but not other things like the packaging and all this stuff. But with B, they did every single thing. They took the pictures. They had the idea for the box and everything. Like, what more do you want? Like, those people are so hypocritical. I don't agree with them at all.
Me neither.
And also, this last part says, just say it's not your genre or taste. Because of course, maybe they release a new song that you don't like. That's totally fine. But why turn on them and why have this attitude like, oh, they keep doing that? And it's like, I've said this, I think, one time in one of my videos, but I'm going to repeat it here. When they released Make It Right, I just became an army. I listened to all of their songs previous to Boy With Love and Persona and all of that. And I was like, oh my God, like I love basically every single song. I love this. And then they released and promoted Make It Right to death. Like they were everywhere with Make It Right. They sent it a little bit to radios.
Yeah.
And they released the music video with Love and everything. And it's just Make It Right. It's with all due respect to the artist and with all respect to BTS and Love, because I love them, it's just my least favorite genre in the world. Like I just don't like that genre of songs. Now, was I on the internet like, I can't believe BTS did this? Like I
hate it all.
I miss their old music. And it's like, no, because I know that BTS does this stuff all the time. They release so many genres of music, so of course I'm not going to like one or a couple. Like it's normal. I'm not going to be this crazy person like, oh, I miss the old BTS when they released Dynamite.
Your opinion, because you might have your opinions on Make It Right, which are completely wrong, but
you love Make It Right.
I love Make It Right. Like, you don't understand the special connection I have with Make It Right, Wings, and
you love Wings.
I love Wings.
It's your song.
It's my song. It's my song. I love. I'm sorry, we're not talking about Wings. We're talking about Make It Right.
Make It Right.
I love Make It Right, and when you told me that, I was like, what? What the fuck? But no, it happens. It's gonna happen to all of us. And there's some songs here and there that you might be like, I like this song more than this other song. But turning your back on them just because you don't like one song or 2 songs is like so ridiculous. So I think people who say like stuff like that, stuff like these unpopular opinion comment is saying, they're not fans. Period. Like that is the truth. Like, oh, like you're sellouts for singing in English now. You're not a fan. Goodbye. Like you're not a fan. Genuinely, because if you are a fan, you know the BTS are gonna be doing and trying new stuff, new genres. They're gonna be switching styles. They're gonna be doing here and there. They're gonna have lighthearted songs. They're gonna have deep, meaningful songs. You should know this by now. So if you don't agree, if you keep complaining about it, then you're not a fan, and that's your opinion. Just don't claim yourself as a
Yes,
fan.
I feel like in K-pop there is a lot of, oh, I like one comeback, I must be a stan. And it's like, no, you know that you can be a casual fan, you know, a casual listener.
Yeah.
Like I listen to so many bands casually, and if I like the song, I like the song, but I don't become like a fan and then I'm like, I hate them now because they release these other songs and these other genres and I don't like them. You
Yeah.
know that you can be a casual listener, right? You don't have to stand everything that you listen to.
And if you're not a stan, then you don't have to make explanations for it.
Yes.
Because it's like they kind of feel guilty for not being a fan. It's like, no, it's not my fault that I'm not a stan. It's their fault actually because they are doing this and that. No one wants you, boo. Stay where you are, boo. Like if you're not part of it, if you're a part of us,
Not boo.
like boo thing, it's like just like whatever, you know. No one cares. No one cares. It's like do your thing. If you like just one comeback, then that's your comeback and that's it. Enjoy it. That's it.
You know how many I don't really like K-pop? I think you've all noticed by now. But there are some songs that I'm just like, this is amazing. And then I listen to the other hundreds of songs and it's like, I don't like this group. Now I'm not going to their page and to their fan channels and say, I actually don't like them anymore because they used to do this kind of music and now they don't. Of course I don't. That is crazy.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, I disagree with them. Like, I'm sorry. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because take all this time. Like I'm talking because of my comment section sometimes. There are so many people who are like, don't you dare say that I don't listen to BTS because this album is my favorite and I know them and I love them and whatever. But it's true that they've changed. No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
No, they haven't.
You like one album. It's okay to not call yourself a fan. You're a casual listener, and that
Yeah.
is totally
But
okay.
I think K-pop has this fandom culture that you just have to devote your life to. If you like
Yes.
one comeback, then that's it.
yes,
You're with them for
add
life.
you add them to your stan list. A stan list? That is crazy.
No,
Like,
because
I'm not doing that.
Me as a person, I
I'm
cannot
not doing that.
stand multiple things. Like when I genuinely like something, it's gonna be rare. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I love so many artists. I love them, but stand them.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing for me, and that just doesn't have. It's not realistic. Like people, I'm sorry, this is gonna be a little shady, but people who say like, "Oh, I stand this," and they mention like 1,000 groups. I'm like, how do you get the time, girl? Like how? It's not true. It's not honest. It's not real. When it comes like, you know, I feel like when you stand
Yes.
somebody is genuinely because you know a lot and you. I'll be right back, guys.
Yes.
But you understand my point. You can construct a little bit more around it.
Yes, totally. So someone says, ain't no way you stand 50 different groups. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's such a common thing, I feel like, in K-pop. Like, it's always as the stan list. Like, sharing your stan list. And I feel like you're just sharing what you're listening to at the moment, maybe. Because we all have our playlists.
Yeah.
We all have like, I listen to these many artists, of course. But you don't have to stand them. Like, I feel like that is just, I think it's not possible. And I keep up with a lot of things, mainly because of the channel. But I keep up with, sometimes against my will, but sometimes I have to keep up with comebacks and with new releases from from the Western industry, from the pop mainstream industry, and it's like I still listen to them, but that doesn't mean that I'm a fan. I'm just checking them out, you know. And if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't. If I like it, doesn't mean that they're going to my stan list.
Yeah, and also like that's the thing because when I met BTS, I was like, I like them. That's cool. Oh, I like this song. That's cool. The reason why I stand them is because that kept happening. They release a new song, I like it. A new one, I like it. I find a new old album, I like it. Like that keeps happening with BTS like all the time. And I just like it so much that's why I started standing them. But it wasn't like, oh, this comeback connected too much with me, I'm gonna be an immediate stan of them. Well, like I don't think that's how it works. Because for example, there are other artists that I'm like, oh, I like this song, I like this album. And then I move on with my life and I can say like, oh, I'm not a fan of them, but I like this album and I think it's pretty cool. And that's it, you know. I think that happens to me with Post Malone. I think he's changed a little bit his type of music, but
yes.
So I don't stand it. I don't understand him. However, I like a few albums. I think I like 2 of his albums, and that's it. You know, I move on with my life, and that's it. Like, I think it's a different culture. It's a different fandom culture that in K-pop fans they have.
Yeah. So I didn't do a poll for this one because I feel like it would be like redundant, like most of us here agree.
Yeah.
But I wanted to include it because it had like a lot of likes. So,
and last thing I'm gonna say,
yes.
This includes a lot of armies that call themselves an ex-army. Excuse me. Like I don't like that. I genuinely like I don't agree with it. I don't like it. Like I'm an ex-army or as a former army, we don't care. Like if you're not part of the fandom anymore, like shut up. Like goodbye. That's it. Ex-army isn't a thing. Period. Like if you're an army for lifers. Like there's no way to let it go. But yeah.
And I mean, I have like a couple of bands. Like I mostly listen to bands, not groups. But I have like a couple of bands that I don't listen to anymore and that I used to listen. But it's whatever, you know? Like I don't go like around the internet saying as an ex whatever.
And I don't believe that. Like if you come to as an ex or as a former army, I think this is like I don't believe you were an army ever. You're just saying this so you can, as a hater, you can have the excuse of like, no, I used to love them, but they did this and that's why I hate them now. It's like you were always a hater, and I kind of see the lies through your comments. Like if you were if you genuinely were an army at some point and you're not anymore, you wouldn't be talking about them this way. So I don't agree with this.
I understand what you're trying to say. What I think happens a lot is that to be a K-pop fan, to be a K-pop stan in general, you have to keep up with everything or like most of the new releases and stuff. And you kind of get attached to it and because you know so much. And it's like, of course, like I'm a K-pop stan. So if I listen to the songs of the moment, then I'm a fan of all of them. So you feel entitled to give an opinion on them. But it's like, you're just keeping up with stuff. Because if keeping up with the new releases in K-pop makes you a stan of the groups, that is crazy. Because I keep up with all of these releases because I have to do the channel and because sometimes it's important for me to do this kind of stuff. But I would never consider myself a fan of these groups, even though I like the songs. Like, that is an extra step that a lot of people want to be part of. You know, like they want to be fans. And it's like, no, but I am a fan because I listened to them like 2 times in the past. And, you know, like.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of lying to themselves because that's what they have to do. I don't know who's telling them they have to do this, but apparently it's part of the fandom culture. So
it definitely is.
So I think
because
that's you know what,
you know what my first instinct was when I first became an army? To know everything about K-pop in general.
Yeah,
because that was the way other K-pop fans were guiding me, not me specifically,
But guiding
personally,
fans,
but guiding a lot of new armies.
And I agree with you because I also had that phase. Remember, I was like a baby army, and I was like, okay, so I like BTS. Let me test these other groups out because they are like, they put like a edit of a different group with the hashtag BTS, and it's like, oh, okay, so they start appearing in your for you page or whatever. So they promote it as that.
It's
so
instinctive.
It's instinctive, yeah. Instinctively, you're like also like K-pop was very new for both of us. So it's like, oh, I like this one K-pop group. I must like others. No, like that's the logic. So you try to see other groups, and I try to see other groups as well. And I can say like, oh, I like this song here and there. For example, Twice. Like I love some of their songs. They're great. But I'm not a Twice stan. I mean, good for them, but like I'm not one because I don't have the same connection with them that I have with BTS. You know what I mean? So, and then I move on with my life. But like, there's this shame that some fans say to other fans, and it's like,
yes,
I actually am an ex-army. Excuse me, like I don't think that's how it works. But yeah,
because I became a fan of BTS in 2019. I feel like I know a lot from K-pop in 2019 because I was so interested in everything. So I checked a lot of groups from 2019, like the biggest groups in 2019. And I know like I knew their songs and their albums and all of that just because of curiosity. Like I was like trying to check all of these groups. And despite that moment that I had with them, which wasn't like, despite that moment, I wouldn't consider myself an ex-fan of those groups because I never was. Like that is not a connection. That is curiosity. Like, don't you ever try to listen to an album from a new artist and you're like, I'm just going to listen if I like it or not. I'm going to give it a chance. Yeah. And maybe you like it and maybe the next you don't like. You're not an ex-fan. You're just an ex-listener or something. Like,
yeah, you're nothing. You just listen to them for a while.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to say the name.
Oh.
But you know what group I'm going to talk about. But I'm not going to say the name. God. But there was this group that I really, really liked.
I know.
Remember, I
know which group. I know.
I really like this K-pop group. And I was, oh my God, like next to BTS, I really love this K-pop group. Like I told you, like I really, really like them. And they started releasing music and I was like, oh. And they released another song and I was like, oh, okay. And then a whole album came out and I was like, yeah, goodbye. This was it for me. Like I liked them for a while, but that's it. Like, you know, like until this day, I listen to the songs I used to like, but I'm not calling myself a fan or like a former fan of whatever. An ex-fan. No, I try them out. I like them. I stopped liking them. And now I listen to the songs I like, and that's it.
Yeah, you know, you don't go to the comment section
or like to their profile, like saying like, actually, as a former blah 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 blah, I think this and this, or they changed their sound or whatever. Excuse, like shut up. Like I will tell myself, shut up, go away. But yeah, that happens, and it's okay.
Everyone is saying now we want the names.
Which one? No, because if I say the name...
No, don't say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. However, it's like so specific the experience I have because I really, really like them. And then they start releasing music that I hate. Like, it's not even that I don't like. It's that I hate.
Yes, I remember.
I remember when they started releasing that music, I told you, I hate this song. Like, what the hell is this song? I hate this song so much.
Yes, I remember. But also I remember that you told me that. Like, I hate this song. And then you stopped completely like talking about it because that is what a normal person does.
It's like you don't like something, just let it go.
Yes. Yes. And maybe check out the next song. If you don't like it as well, then whatever. It's not a big of a deal. Like this entire ex-army thing, I think it's attention seeking, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You just want the attention. You just want to have a say in this conversation.
And you want to throw shade to BTS with the excuse like, oh, I was an army. No, you were not. Stop with the lies. I just know it. Like, I see those comments saying like BTS suck as a former army, and I'm like, you were never an army. I know it.
Yeah. I feel like people, Nani says, I feel like people shouldn't shame anyone for listening like one or two songs from other groups. I don't stand them. But I may like one song doesn't make me a fan. That's
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say,
That's
because
what we say.
it's like this mentality from K-pop in general. Like you have to have a stan list, or you're a multi-stan and you listen to all of these groups and you stan all of these groups. But just because you listen to a lot of groups doesn't mean that you stan them all, you know?
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of rock bands, but I'm not a stan of all of them. I listen to a couple of songs from each of them. So technically I listen to hundreds of bands, but I'm not a fan of hundreds of bands.
Exactly. Because if somebody comes to me and asks me like, genuinely, who do you stand? I would only say BTS.
Yes.
Do I only listen to BTS? Sometimes, but no. I listen to a lot of rap music, a lot of Hispanic music in general. Like, Hispanic music is my shit. Like, I love Hispanic music. However, the only artist I stand is BTS, because it's the only people I can say that I like all of them.
Yes, like I'm a very curious person. You know, like I have to.
You just have to know.
I just have to know. That's
you got to know.
I just have to know. So I'm very updated with like pop culture stuff and music and stuff like that. Even though I know it's crazy, but I swear this is true. Even though I mostly don't like pop music. Like, I'm being completely honest.
Yes, you don't.
I know the top 5 in the big year 2024. Like, I know the top 5. Like, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan,
I feel
Charli
like
XCX. I know all of them. I know their songs. I just don't listen to them because it's just not my genre. Like, I'm so sorry.
It is. It's true.
I know I'm updated, but I don't really like
you wouldn't download the song and be like, not download, like add your song to the playlist, you know?
Yes. Okay.
long conversation
for a non-unpopular, not that unpopular opinion. It was a long conversation.
It's because like us armies, we just feel so annoyed by all of this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same comments all the time.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I don't know how we got to fandoms and being a fan or no, but we're there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a different one.
Okay.
You didn't do the poll, no?
For this one, no.
Yeah, it was too obvious, I think.
My opinion will be very unpopular.
Oh.
But here it is. Contrary to what ARMY believes, I think BTS do care about getting awards, especially RM. Yes, they genuinely love music and they like to express themselves through all genres, not necessarily mainstream just to please everybody. They always show ARMY their passion by creating different musical arts. They do not make music with the goal of getting awards for sure, but I actually believe they like getting them and are still aiming for some to this day. Awards in a way show them how their music is recognized, appreciated, and loved by people who vote for them. It shows them how far their music can reach. And as Asians getting Western validation through awards, again, not saying they need them and definitely make music with the goal in mind, somehow gives them pride. It confirms their position as BTS even in the West. Whether through music or influence that they have, especially after they come back from military, awards will give them even more reassurance of how they are still very much loved by ARMY. As an older ARMY, this is just my opinion, I think we should not be complacent and think that they do not regard awards so highly and all they want is make music. Yes, they do care and we always need to support them in any way we can so they can always get their flowers and rewards for their abundant love they show us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna say that as any artist, you know, they care. Of course, I am pretty sure because having those recognitions and those awards are important. Not fundamental, not like, you know what I mean, but like they are important. They do say something, about them. However, I think, for example, with the Grammys, I feel it's so unfair that BTS kind of said, we're going to make it obvious that they don't want to give us one, because they're so good that it doesn't make sense, you know? You know what I'm trying to say?
No.
Yeah, because I'm
I'm kind
looking
of
at you.
lost.
I'm looking at you so confused. Okay. I think they do I think they do care.
Okay.
I don't think they, as the comment said, I don't think they release music thinking of, oh, this song is gonna get nominated or whatever. I don't think they do it like that. But I generally, like any other artist, I would consider that they would care. Is their art they're putting out there? Is their work? Um, I don't see anything wrong with them caring about it.
I actually, maybe this is not that unpopular, but did want to include this one because I feel like, of course, I'm not BTS, but I kind of relate a little bit to making something that is yours, like content that is yours,
Uh-huh.
and then putting it out there and then receiving feedback and then seeing reactions. And I feel like I totally understand this comment because sometimes, like I've said in previous live streams and stuff, I make videos knowing that it's not going to reach a lot of people. I make videos knowing that the non-controversial videos, few people watch them, and I'm okay with that. And I'm going to keep releasing them. You know what?
Because that's for you.
That's for me. Like I love making certain videos that I know people are not going to react to them and have like hundreds of thousands of views. Like I don't care. Like I genuinely don't care. And I feel like BTS does the same. Like at the end of the day, they're going to release the music that they want because it's their music and it's their projects and they care about those. However, I do feel when a certain topic, a certain video is going to do better than others. And I have some kind of expectations, just like they can have sometimes. So, of course, they wish for awards, just like sometimes I wish a certain video does well because I feel like this is a mainstream topic. This is a controversial topic and people love controversial. And I feel like this video is going to reach a lot of people. And I expect a little. Not necessarily recognition and awards because it's not the same as BTS, it's not music. But I do feel like I do have expectations. So I feel like BTS may be like the same. Like they do care about awards. But at the same time, they also care about the music. And they're going to release what they want no matter what.
Yeah.
So that is my personal opinion. That's my perception.
Yeah.
Because I also like, of course, it's microscopical compared to BTS because BTS releases music for millions and for the entire industry to listen to and watch, and people are watching them. But I do know, I feel like I know the sentiment.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you.
So I do think I agree that BTS cares about awards because even like in your own work, like in your jobs, don't you want some like recognition sometimes? Because sometimes it's things you care about.
Yeah. But also, like, for example, what I was trying to say before is that they cared so much, for example, about the Grammys, let's say. And the Grammys, they just don't want to give them. It's because they don't want to. That sometimes it's like a little, you don't want to give me a Grammy, then I'll show everybody and I'm going to make it obvious that it's because you don't want to, not because I'm not good.
I understand.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, now I understand. Yes.
I said it kind of weird, but that's what I'm trying to say. And
yes.
I think like it's so obvious at this point. Like everyone can see, and even like big artists are like, oh, like they recognize BTS because they do such good job that at this point their job is so good that they don't need this type of recognitions, because sometimes these recognitions are, let's say it, like, let's be honest, they are racist, and they are not,
Xenophobic.
they're xenophobic, and they just don't,
And
they just don't want to, and it's
yes.
about power, and it's about money, and it's about connections, and
Yes.
they're
They
not-
celebrate their own artists and everyone
Exactly.
else goodbye, like not even paying attention.
So it's great for me, and I feel proud that I like BTS, because even though they are pointed at and like excluded, they still prove themselves, and they prove everybody that they do deserve it, and they don't have it not because they're not good. And it points out the obvious, that these are connections.
I now understand totally what you were trying to say. I understand and I agree. And I mean, I still want the Grammys to happen. And like I said in the previous live stream, maybe it can happen with their comeback, but if it doesn't happen, I will still want it. And you know why? Remember what happened to Miley Cyrus?
Mm-hmm.
Miley Cyrus has had so many eras that have been so relevant, and she just won her first Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy. But I understand it. When the industry doesn't necessarily profit from you, and when you don't really have like strong connections in the Grammy stuff and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it takes longer. But I feel like it can happen. It can happen. So yeah, I
Like Ariana Grande too. I think she won with Lady Gaga. No?
think so. But I think it's still a little different with Ariana.
Yeah.
She hasn't received like any main
I have this crazy theory. Yeah, like this main Grammy
categories.
for her.
Yes.
Yeah. I have this crazy theory that I told you about like ages ago, like a long time ago. I told you about this, and I feel like big award shows, like for example Grammys or the Oscars that are for actors, they just choose one. They just choose one of the biggest ones. The big, for example, if it's the Oscars, they choose the biggest actor, like let's say one of the biggest one, no,
Mhm.
and they choose it to never give them an award. Why? Because if they don't give an award to someone that is really up there and is doing a really good job, that makes them a little bit more exclusive or whatever.
Yes, it's not that weird of a theory. They've done it so many times.
I think it's just funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, for example, Ariana was at her best point at some point, and they kind of chose her to never give her a Grammy. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, going back to this comment, like, I do agree
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
BTS cares about awards and recognition and all of that
Yeah.
because it's the feedback. It's the feedback of their work. And maybe
And,
they are
yeah.
not necessarily. I don't think they are necessarily releasing music specifically for that, but it still matters. Both can be true. You know, both can be true. Guys, who cares? What are you talking about? Next, like,
What?
I don't know. They keep talking about other people. Yes, and also right place, wrong person. Um, that album has been receiving, I think, pretty much every single day. This outlet named it one of the best albums of 2024. This other outlet named it one of the best albums of 2024. This other newspaper,
Es que that one.
this other magazine, everyone.
Such
is
a
including,
masterpiece for
yes, everyone is including Right Place Wrong Person in their list of the best albums of 2024. so many. It keeps happening. I think every single day there's like a list of the best albums of 2024, and they include Right Place, Wrong Person.
Because it's a great album.
It's a great album. And I know that Namjoon is paying attention to it. He's posting a little about it. And it's great. Recognition, it's great.
Always.
It's feedback. Everyone needs feedback.
Yeah.
So, of course, like I do think it matters.
And they care about it.
Yes.
As they should. It's part of life. Part of their job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the comment. Should we go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to end the poll. Okay. I don't usually comment on YouTube, but I'll share my unpopular opinions. Oh, these are 3 opinions. But I wanted to include it because the first one was surprising to me.
Okay.
Yoongi is my bias, but I don't understand the hype behind his mint hair era.
That's funny.
Army seem to go crazy over it, and I'm just meh. I prefer him with darker, more natural color hair.
Okay. You want to read the 3 of them, or you want to comment on this?
This one first. What do you think?
Okay. First of all, this is my public apology, but I agree with that. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Of course I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Of course I love that era. Like, it was great. Oh my god, the comments are going crazy. I'm so sorry. I love that era. Is it my favorite one? No. I'm so sorry. It's not my favorite Jungkook era. I am so sorry. It's one of my tops. I'm so sorry.
Then click agree.
I did.
Oh my god. This is so dividing. This is the most dividing poll of all of them. So I have a problem with the last sentence because so many armies think like this.
Okay, what? Okay.
So many armies prefer BTS with darker, more natural color hair. And I understand what you guys mean totally. Like, usually me too.
I don't. Yeah.
Usually me too. But I just want the crazy looks. You know, like, I like...
Because, exactly.
I like pink and mint and long hair and long earrings.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Like...
The one that I like a lot with Joongi was that
Chunky.
with Suga was
With
his long
Yoongi.
hair. Like, I'm sorry, it's just a
That was iconic.
his long
That was
hair or
iconic.
his red dark, like a dark red he had a while. That was my shit too. I have so many pictures of him with that hair, and I love the mint one. But it's not my favorite, and I'm really sorry, you guys.
I mean, I understand if it's not your favorite.
Not my
Like, it's not my
favorite.
favorite either, but it is an iconic look.
Iconic.
And I do like it. Like, it is one of my favorites. So I disagree with this one. I disagree. Because this comment says, I don't understand the hype behind his mean hair era. And I disagree because I do understand the hype.
Okay. I like it a lot.
But it's not...
It's not the thing that makes me that wow. You know that? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was great. And I remember the first time I saw it, and I didn't know it was like a thing or whatever. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Then I move on with my life. I'm really sorry for saying this. And also, he had it for such short time. So
Yes, because you know what?
the impact was...
So one comment said it and I missed the comment. But that hair, that mint hair, was not even like dyed.
Yeah.
It was like chalk. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So it was not even like it wasn't real.
chalk.
It wasn't real. But
It was fake.
but it was real to me.
No.
It was real to me.
Honestly, yes. I mean, it looks great. It looks fantastic. It's just that I can't understand what this comment is coming from. I'm really sorry. I never thought I would say this out loud to anybody. Because I don't think I've ever said it to you either.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But long hair though. I really love his long hair. And hear me out. I don't like guys with long hair. I don't. Genuinely. Like, it's not my thing. So the fact that I liked it
hair
on him, it was like a crazy thing for me. It was like my brain changed chemically. Like, fake love. Nah. No. I have a question. Oh, I think I know your answer.
What is it?
You prefer Jimin blonde or black hair? I know your answer. I think we just had a conversation about this.
I prefer Jimin blonde.
Period.
Because Jimin is
blonde.
Natural blonde.
He's a natural blonde.
He's a natural blonde.
Jimin is a natural blonde, period.
And I know he looks good with black hair, but the blonde just hits different.
Yes, blonde. Period. Okay, we agree.
Everyone is saying blonde. Someone said black. But most people are saying blonde.
Black hair, Jimin supremacy, someone said. I mean, black is really good on him. However, blonde, nothing compares to that. And Namjoon. Okay, Namjoon, blonde or black hair? I know, that's so difficult.
I don't know. Like,
for Namjoon? Or like that gray he uses, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a silver color he uses, like instead of like blonde. Honestly,
everyone is saying silver.
Namjoon, period. Like, what Namjoon I choose? Yes, all of them. All of the above. All of the colors. All of the hairstyles. Remember when he had, for proof, his hairstyle? He looked like it was shorter. Remember?
Oh, but it was blonde, I think. Kind of gray.
Why is he so hard?
Silver.
I don't get it.
Yes, silver. Blood, Sweat and Tears, silver. Yes.
Yes.
Namjoon is silver.
But black is really hot on him too. Like really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. What's the next one?
The next one says, okay, I'm going to end the poll. Very divisive comment. Very, very divisive. The next one says, I don't fully agree with streaming culture. I understand supporting the guys, but it just seems like a numbers game to me and less about the music. I have seen people play songs while the volume is completely turned down, so they're not even actually listening to the music. I think that's a huge slap in the face to BTS. So I've already talked about this, so I'm not going to like go very deep into it. But I feel like it's fine if you don't want to like purposefully stream BTS to help them with goals and all of that. I personally do care because I'm all about the charts and I love like the streaming guides and I love the studies that armies do. And I feel like we all want the best results for BTS, whether we want to stream or not. So I think that is just personal opinions for every army. And at the end of the day, if we streaming armies want other armies to join us, screaming and shouting and saying your guys are useless and all of this, it's not the way to go.
Not exactly.
Yes. Some people don't have the time to stream, don't have the means to stream, cannot stream. That is totally fine. But at the end of the day, we're all armies.
Yes, that doesn't define you as you are an army or you're not an army.
And I think streaming has such a bad connotation as well because it's not that big of a deal, guys. Like streaming is just listening. Just the word streaming sounds so bad right now. Like today, like on fandoms and stuff, it's like, well, you guys stream like a lot, and it's like, You mean we just listen a lot?
We listen to the music we like a lot. Yeah.
Yes. The difference is that I think it's when it's purposefully. Like when I stream, I try to make sure that every single time that I'm streaming, it goes to BTS.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to listen to BTS through YouTube channels that are not BTS.
Yeah.
So because that is like a wasted stream.
I'm gonna say this, and as an army, that I'm not good with streaming. You know this. You're not
Yes.
gonna let me lie. Die. You're not gonna let me lie. I'm not good at streaming, but I totally agree with this comment that says I disagree because I feel like streaming makes up for all the sabotage, and I agree with that.
Yes.
Because here's the thing.
Yes.
I am not the best one to stream, so my streams are always organic in a way because I never follow these playlists of streaming. I don't put the music low. You know what I mean? Like when I stream is because I'm listening to the song, and that's me. That's me. However, I do agree with streaming. Why? Because there's so much unfairness to BTS, and there are so many things that these platforms take away from BTS that armies just have to make up for it. So I think it's different for us and for other artists, because for BTS it is unfair. Like the things they do to them, like the platforms are always trying to sabotage them in a way. So I do agree with this.
Yes. And let's remember that we see BTS's numbers, and what we do a lot is compare their numbers to all of these other artists, when we need to remind ourselves that BTS do not have the playlisting that other artists have. These other artists don't really have more streams than BTS. Like some of these artists don't have more streams than BTS. They just have more playlists that they are a part of. Like this is all allegedly, of course, but these Spotify playlists that Spotify creates are curated. This is not a allegation. What is an allegation is that the Spotify has connections with certain labels and certain artists, and they have some agreements. How? You can figure how they do these agreements. But certain artists make it into these playlists for some reason more than others. And I can assure you that BTS is never on those playlists.
Yeah.
Or they are very, very low, so no one can listen to them.
Yeah.
They have horrible placements, or they are not there at all.
And we all know why.
We all know why.
What affects the placement of the songs in those playlists.
Yes. So maybe, yes, having this attitude towards the streaming, I understand. Like I
understand, but I feel like this unpopular opinion is coming from the ignorance of other artists and the streams they get.
Yes. Because I disagree. I disagree with this comment. You can say that it's a streaming culture. I don't think so. No. I don't think it's a streaming culture. I do think it's purposeful. You know, I do it on purpose. Like I know that it's important for me to listen to the new songs. I try to listen to them every day. So at least once. And I actually do listen to them. So I don't just play crazy playlists all day. I put the albums, like I play the albums. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I don't think that's a streaming culture. That's just BTS are not getting those placements on the Spotify playlists that are going to give them a lot of monthly listeners. They are not going to. They never have, and they never will.
Yeah.
But because of that, more than ever, I'm going to listen to.
Yeah, and also
them.
I saw a comment that I lost, but I kind of remember it said something like, it's a statement.
Yes.
As well. Like the fact that there's a 1 billion project that we want the 7 of them to have a 1 billion like stream. That's how you say it?
1 billion plaque.
A 1 billion plaque. There you go. That's a statement because it's fair for all of them. And it's a statement from armies that we support all of them equally. And it's also a statement. It's also
Yes.
something important that we should care about. So so I do agree with this streaming or whatever. Like to listening to them, I agree with that. Like we should. We should do it daily.
Yes. And like I said, if you come across people who really are like negative to streaming and you have explained all of the sabotage and you have explained all of the reasons and they still don't like it, they still don't want to do it, leave them because it's fine, guys. Like
Yeah.
I've learned this by making the videos because I will try to explain. You guys don't understand. Spotify is unfair. YouTube is unfair. BTS has a huge disadvantage. Yes, BTS are huge, but they have a huge disadvantage compared to these other microscopical songs just because we know what. So I explain and I explain and I explain and I say and I think, of course, everyone is going to understand and is going to join, but not everyone wants to. And that is fine. Like you don't have to
You don't have to.
you don't have to join. You don't have to join to the projects. Just if they want to, they want to, and if they don't, they don't. And that is why when I made my 1 billionth project video, I didn't even try to explain why you should join. I just said this is a
For the
project.
people who want to, this is the
Yes.
proper way to do it.
Yes. And for the people who want to, I'm not going to explain anything. And what happened in the comments? Of course, some people said, like, I don't agree with this because this is doing something on purpose when it's not organic. And it's like, first of all, there's nothing organic about the most streamed songs on Spotify.
Yeah.
But second of all, I didn't waste 1 second explaining why armies should join the 1 billion project. Because if they want to, they want to. And if they don't want to, they don't want to.
Yeah, there should never force anybody else and never shame anybody else for not doing it or doing
Yes.
it. Like it's whatever. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it.
Yes.
There's so many ways to do it and you have a video explaining
Especially
all of it.
when I explain again and again the sabotage and how really Spotify and YouTube works. If despite all of that and despite BTS's efforts, you still think that armies shouldn't stream, then that's on you. Like that's fine. Like you can think that, but I'm not going to think that. I'm going to support BTS and I'm going to stream purposefully every day. I'm going to.
Yeah. And yeah, also like I agree 100% with what you said. Like there's nothing organic with those numbers that you see. With that you see number one, there's nothing organic with them. At least with BTS, is out of the love of their fans and not out of something else. And we all know what we're talking about. You know?
Yes. Purposefully listening.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Okay, so that was the second point. The third point is I don't understand why some army dislike BTS's English music so much. So this is basically, we have repeated this already, but I wanted to include this because I thought that the mean hair point was very scandalous.
It was scandalous.
It was scandalous and I wanted to include it. I wanted to include it. So yeah, so it's basically the same it's similar to the other comment that I've already shown, so we're not going to get into it. It's about their music in English and how they just wanted to make armies happy and all of this, you know? It's it's kind of like the same with the other comment. So someone said Bora wanted the drama. Yes, I wanted the drama because the mean hair was very surprising. The mean hair comment. I felt like that was more devising than any other comment that you could have.
And I cannot believe people were like, felt so betrayed by my answers.
Okay. This one. Unpopular opinion about BTS. I love BTS powerful performances and choreographies, but I prefer performances where it's just them jumping around and having fun more.
Oh.
And I included this. Why? I included this because I completely disagree.
I
And
know you do.
let me tell
I
you
know
what.
how passionate you are about
Yes,
performances.
Yes. You tell your opinion while I do the poll.
Oh, I feel in the spot. Because I love both. Like, I love having fun and listening and dancing and just going crazy about it. And also, like, the choreography is the well, like, super thought behind it. It's, like, super cool. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to choose. People are saying both, both, both. I cannot choose.
I cannot ask like a lot of words. So I'm just going to put jumping around is better than choreographies. Agree
Okay.
or disagree? Okay.
Okay, go. I'm not gonna vote. I just can't. Because I love when it's just fun, you know, when it's just crazy, when it's just like let's get crazy about it, let's have fun with it, let's play with the cameras, and you know. And then I also love the choreographies and the.
Okay, I have a very strong opinion about this.
I know
and
you do. I know.
You know why? Okay, so I said on the last live stream that I was preparing a video and that I was going to have it for today and we could watch it together and everything, but I didn't.
But lies once again.
I didn't make it, guys. Like I tried my hardest. Like I edited so fast. I just couldn't, and I cannot release a video that I don't like and a video that is rushed. I just don't want to do that. So I decided to put it to release it tomorrow, or not tomorrow realistically, but in a couple of days I'm going to release it. But in that video I talk about boy bands of the 90s and girl bands as well, and girl groups. Groups of the 90s, groups of the 2010s, and groups of the 2020s. And I do like a little comparison.
Mhm.
And I think one of the things that I hated the most about groups, especially boy bands from the 2010s, was how they just didn't do anything but jump around. I'm not watching that. Like I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, but because it was the only thing they used to do.
Yes,
BTS does both.
I love that BTS does both, but I love that they prioritize the not only the choreographies but the well rehearsed performances. Because what used to happen during the 2010s, and it was not just One Direction, guys, it was all of these other wave of not exactly copycats, but copycats of the style of the sound and the vibe of this type of boy band. Five guys, one of them with a guitar, the other one just standing there, not any formations, just random stuff like mismatching outfits and all of this.
Yeah.
I just
No.
it's lazy. I just don't like it. It's lazy, and
I feel like even with BTS, I don't feel it's lazy because what comes to mind a lot is whenever they're like, when they just play with a camera.
I love that. And I love when they just go all crazy. And of course, I love those performances as well. And I love those moments during the concerts as well. Of course, I love that. But it's different because it's still their main thing is well rehearsed, polished performances.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is their priority. The other stuff is the extra stuff that they do for fans. They would never perform like that on an award show.
I'm gonna say something.
But these groups from the 2010s, they did that, like on main TV channels, like on main award shows and all of that. Those were their performances. And I just don't like it. When it's fun extra stuff, fine. Like I love that and I love when BTS does it, but I don't think they are superior than the well-rehearsed performances.
I agree. People who are saying that they don't want to choose or they choose both, I think what they're trying to choose is disagree. Because jumping around for you guys is not better than choreographies, it's the same. So I voted actually disagree because I don't think it's better one than I don't think one is better than the other one. I'm sorry, I'm disagreeing with you. I don't think one is better than the other one. I like both type of performances as much as the other one.
But exactly as much?
Yes, exactly as much.
Oh
Because
my
you don't
God.
understand. Yes, exactly as much because it's fun. And sometimes
You just want fun.
I just want fun because remember Suga's concert?
Mhm.
I was there dancing, having so much fun, but there was no show or choreography like it was at the BTS concert. At the BTS concert, it was amazing. Like the fire, like everywhere the choreography, the straw, it was great. I loved it. But also like I can go for a full concert, like Suga's concert, the whole concert without a choreography, and I was completely fine with it.
I
But
can't.
yes, I totally
I
understand what you're
disagree.
saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's fun for
It's just
a
me.
section. Like you can even do half the concert like that. But I need something else. I need an instrument. I need a choreography. I need some formations. I need something to happen. And that's my main problem with the groups from the 2010s. Someone commented that Little Mix at least tried to do some choreography, and that's why they're the best, in my opinion, from this entire wave of groups from the 2010s, apart from BTS. But my point is that there was no intention during the 2010s. It was all like lazy stuff. They didn't do anything. But with BTS, they just do it for fun. They have their performances as the main thing, and then they have like their fun, non-rehearsed stuff later. And yes, like you said, like I also enjoy Suga's concert because he had like these. He just stayed there, stood there, and performed his songs passionately, like he does as always, you know. But I liked that there was so many other stuff. There was a guitar, there was a piano, there were some choreographies, there were some lights, there were so many
but
things.
still it was very lighthearted and crazy and fun.
Yes,
And I like that equally as much as the BTS performances that are at the BTS concerts that are.
okay. That's
my opinion.
I respect that.
That's my opinion. And actually, a lot of people agree with me and a lot of people agree with you.
Okay,
So
maybe I should do a poll. Of course, I know all of you are going to say both, but really try to be honest, guys. You're not saying
No.
I'm going to start a new poll, okay?
no, I cannot choose.
Okay, then you choose both, the option of both. But I'm going to do a new poll and I'm going to put
To see,
what's one? Choreograph.
choreos, and the other one is jumping around. You know why I think is that too? Is because I'm more. What? Why?
That one that says 0 votes, ignore that. I forgot to put the last one, the both.
I was saying that I think I like the jumping around a lot because none of the other artists I listen to do choreos or nothing prepared. Only BTS. So I think that's kind of what I'm used to. But
Guys,
BTS is so good at the choreos that yeah.
be honest, guys. Choose both if you really think they're equal and if you don't have one preference for the other.
But if it's even like a little bit of a preference for one of them, just choose that one.
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything. It can be our little secret. No one has to know. We just want to know what you guys think.
Because I do like both. I genuinely do like both.
But you prefer
Yes.
the choreos.
I think it's trauma. You don't understand. No, listen.
Why?
I'm sorry. And this is going to be just for you guys, the live stream, and not for the main people watching my videos. But editing this past video has been a little bit of a nightmare. Like I'm not being I'm not I'm not exaggerating, okay? So I have to find the correct clips to put on my video. And I made a collection of different boy bands from the 2010s. And no shade to One Direction, because in my opinion they were the best from that wave of boy bands. But all of the other boy bands from the 2010s that came after them, it was just watching their performances. I needed.
It was bad.
It was. I was like, why do people?
Why do people used to pay for this?
And not only that, I'm not even joking. And I know this is going to sound like a joke, but I swear it wasn't. I swear I can show you my history of my YouTube. I did this. I finished downloading all of those videos. And you know what I did? I searched for BTS, their iHeart Jingle Ball performance of Dynamite and Butter. I don't know why, because I felt like I needed some cleansing. Yes, because it was really hard, guys. It was really, really hard watching performance after performance, because it was not just one boy band jumping around and doing nothing.
It was all of them.
I think I made a compilation of 8 boy bands of the 2010s, including One Direction as the main, and then the ones that follow them. But it was like every single boy band. And I think 5 of those boy bands, you know how they were? There was one guitar player and the other one's just standing there. Of course, they are just imitating One Direction, because it was so obvious. You know what I'm trying to say? It was always the same. It was so boring. And it was a nightmare.
So mediocre. I'm sorry, my English is just not Englishing anymore. My mediocre.
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Someone's saying I would choose choreography too after that.
Yes,
I think that's why you're choosing so hardly.
Yes, and I didn't jump to Dionysus or like On or anything like that. I just wanted a little refresher. You know, I just wanted a little.
Look at your screen. Look at your chat.
Excuse
me.
That is a joke.
That is crazy.
Wait. You did not have to do that.
Oh my god, that is actually so nice. It says, Bora, I love your work. Take your time with uploading content. Don't be so hard on yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is so nice. Thank you so much, really. Like,
it means a lot.
It means a lot, because sometimes you know, my sister knows how much I
suffer.
I don't suffer mostly, but I get pressured with the videos because I need to share them with you guys, because it always happens the same thing. I upload a video after a long time and people are like, you're back. And it's like, I was never gone.
It was always.
I was editing like crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just too focused on.
So was that for the therapy? Oh my God. I am gonna say, like, I see how hard you work and it's crazy. So I really appreciate when people do that and recognize your work, because sometimes you hesitate too much, or sometimes
I hesitate.
You think it's like you have this idea for a video and you're like, it's not gonna work. People are not gonna like it. This video is not good. This video is wrong. And I just feel like I see your videos as one of your fans too, and I'm like, go ahead and do it. Like, people are gonna like it. People are gonna enjoy it. And I understand how much pressure you have, and it's a group therapy. We're all here for you. And yeah, that's super nice. Thank you so much. I as your sister, I also appreciate it a lot, because I think that's proof of how much, how much people appreciate your work as well.
Yes, and I always notice, like, your comments and
the support.
and all the love, really. And it's really fun to make the videos, honestly. Like,
At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, we all love BTS. So
this is for all of us.
yes. And that's also why I already said it like in the first live stream, but I unlisted it so you cannot watch it anymore if you didn't receive the notification. That's it. But I said that, what was I about to say? I forgot.
How hard it is?
No, that at the end of the day, I just make the videos because I love BTS, you know? So it doesn't matter how much work it takes me or whatever, and the comments, even if there are negative comments, which there always are, always, always. I just don't care, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to focus on the support and all of that.
And all the nice stuff, because I remember at the beginning of your channel, you post and you got a lot of hate, like a lot of hate. And I remember it was very frustrating for you.
Yes.
And it was very frustrating for me too, because it was like, that's crazy, you know, like that's so crazy. But that didn't stop you. And I don't think nothing should stop you right now. So just like go ahead and release the content you know you're good.
Yes, and that's also, I remember what I was about to say. I decided to do the live streams because I felt like when I focus too much on one video, I disappear because I don't talk to you, because to other
fans.
armies, because I focus so much on that video and I'm just like focus on that. And I forget that there's an entire community of armies who are like super nice, and I forget that this happens. So yes, I mean, there are 500 viewers right now, so
yeah, a little bit more than that, and that's crazy. Yes. And also, like, I feel like all of your YouTube channels are to bring armies together.
Yes,
it's never to bring us apart, never to fight, never to talk shit about
and
BTS.
This is 100% not like really my channel. I wanted to have more conversations with you guys, and that's why
it can be all of us.
Yes, because just me doing the channel and then reading your comments for the first 24 hours, it's just not the best.
Yeah,
it's a little too dividing and all this stuff. So I just want to engage more. Yes. Okay. So
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's go to the next unpopular opinion. Okay. Ooh, I really need to know your opinion about this one.
Oh my god, I'm nervous.
I don't always love the collaborations of BTS and other artists. Like I said, there's a few that I love, but for most of their collaborations, it's not in my fave list. Maybe it started because some artists and their labels use BTS for clout and ARMY support. I will always prefer their group's solo unit songs. Basically, just them, really. The comfort that I get when I hear their voices is just something else. It's like my healing time. So I get distracted when I hear other voices on the track. Although I do respect BTS choices, especially if it's something that means so much to them personally, I am still here to support it.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm going to start a new poll. And please, I'm really curious about your opinion, because what do you think really about the collaborations that BTS have?
Okay, first of all, we're not going to talk about Sia here.
Sia, Unfit Sia doesn't exist.
Sia.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
We don't know about that, and no one has to know about it. However, most of the collaborations, oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember all of them because there are so many that I do like, and I'm trying to remember some that I don't. For example, J-Hope, Hope in the Street. Hope in the Street? That's the name of the song?
What?
J-Hope song with this rapper.
Neuron?
No.
Baseline?
No. The rapper that we don't love.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember. J. Cole. J. Cole. Thank you, guys. J. Cole.
I thought of that, but I don't have opinions about J. Cole.
Oh, I have opinions.
Oh,
I just wanted
I'm
you
sorry.
to help me. I just wanted you to help me to remember. Jacob, yes, on the street. I prefer the little song with only J-Hope, not with J. Cole. But that's my preference, you know? And there are other collaborations that I'm like, I love this collaboration. I love it. I love this collaboration. And for example, Usher and Jungkook, I prefer the version with only Jungkook. So, you know what I mean?
I understand. I
But
understand.
they are still like, for example, the Juice WRLD song with BTS. I love that song.
Okay, that's crazy because I have opinions. I have opinions about
Look,
this.
someone else, Caroline Perez.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what CRC is, but thank you anyways.
You're awesome.
Yes, love you all. My opinions about this is that
I don't hate J. Cole, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just don't like him that much.
like his music and stuff.
Like his music, yes. I don't know about
It's
him.
just not your style.
It's not my style.
I included this one because I have really defined opinions about their collaborations. This person said something about clout.
Oh.
And I kind of agree.
Oh.
I feel like, and I know you guys see it too. It's not just with BTS. There are certain artists that maybe they are nice, maybe there's nothing wrong with them, but they definitely do the collaborations with BTS just because it's a good business decision. And maybe they are not necessarily like, oh, I'm going to steal their cloud and I hate them actually. It's not necessarily like that. That is too cartoonish. Like, let's be real here. Some songs are just business decisions. And in my opinion, those are good business decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they shouldn't release those kinds of songs as long as they are respectful towards one another.
Yeah.
So those do exist. I don't think we should be including every single artist that BTS collaborates with as part of the BTS family, because no, that
100%.
sometimes I see it is just a business decision, and that's fine. Like, that's how this works.
And
that's
not
fine.
only that, I feel like armies sometimes were too nice.
Yes.
With, oh, they did a collaboration with BTS. Let's support their new album. Ah? What? No, I don't care about their new album.
I'm not doing that. Like,
I'm not doing
sorry.
that. I'm not doing that. I care about BTS and BTS's new album.
Yes.
But about these other artists, like for example, they collab with Usher. I don't care about Usher's music career. Like, if I know a few songs, then that's it. Like, I'm not gonna become an Usher fan just because he collab with Jungkook. You know what I mean?
Yes. And I see a lot of comments that I totally agree with you guys. There are some people who actually, it's very clear that they just do the collaborations for clout, basically. But there are others that they are very respectful to BTS, but there's nothing more than that. There's no friendship. There's no real connection there. It's just a nice thing that they did for each other, like a nice collaboration, and that's it. And I think in any case, whether it's cloud chasing or just a business decision, a respectful business decision, those do exist. Those do exist, and we cannot deny that that those don't exist.
Caroline Perez. I don't know what CRC is, but she says, I hate YouTube, but was for saying that your work is amazing and jumping around is better. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so
she's standing on business.
You agree with her.
I didn't say it was better.
You said it was equal, right?
Yeah.
You cannot choose. But yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. I understand everyone's perspectives. I'm just saying that I personally have a personal trauma from the boy bands of the 2010s. Because maybe if they didn't all do the same thing, which was just jumping around, and even sometimes not even jumping around, just walking around and doing nothing, I wouldn't care. But it was so many of them. And it was group after group and boy band after boy band doing the same thing, being a mess on stage. And everyone clapping for them because they're a boy band. And I'm like,
No.
no. Of course, when BTS does it, it's different because they do it genuinely for fun and because it's fun, just jumping around the stage and singing all crazy. I love them for that. So yeah.
Yeah, going back to the collaborations, there are some collaborations that I love and I cannot choose. For example, Butter featuring Megan. And without Megan, I love them both because they're both such different experiences.
Yes, I actually listen to both.
I listen to both equally.
It's a different
because
experience.
To me, they're different songs.
Yes, it's a different experience. But yeah.
I'm sorry, Caroline Perez. I love the way you're so polite. Yes, Bora always. For example, going back to the collaborations, Smoked Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best song ever created in the world.
You say that with every BTS song.
And I stand on business because that's the truth.
That is the best song.
That is the best song
in
the music industry.
Yes, so like I said, I don't have an opinion about this. I have opinions. And one thing was that opinion about the business side of things.
Exactly.
Whether it's cloud chasing or not. Another opinion that I have is that sometimes, like you said, with Smoke Sprite, collaborations bring something new from BTS, which is who I care about, really. And that is always a nice experience. So at the end of the day, even when it's like OG7, for example, Dream Glow, do you remember Dream Glow? Dream Glow. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to remind you.
Thank you
I'm sorry for my singing.
Thank you for the singing. We all appreciate it. The cover is coming next week.
No.
In the channel.
Okay. That song was actually written by, it was different. It had other lyrics and it was different. But Dream Glow was actually a song written by Charlie XCX for herself. But it still has her unique type of sound,
Yes.
If BTS never got that demo and decided to make that collaboration with Charlie XCX, we would never had that iconic collaboration and that iconic part from Jimin, for example, who starts his Korean line. You know what I'm trying to say? Those specific sounds that maybe we would have never gotten.
But they bring out that side of BTS.
The same with Smoke Sprite.
Oh, amazing. I love that song.
The same with that because collaborations also make BTS explore new sounds and try to work in songs that maybe they never think about.
Sexy Nukim.
Yes. It's totally different. And
never played.
Exactly. Like Megan said, she had never listened to Namjoon rap like that.
Exactly.
So all of these songs, all of these collaborations, I think I technically agree with this comment that I do in the end prefer the songs where it's just them.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
But I do have a deep appreciation for collaborations. I love collaborations.
And saying that she dislikes most of the collaboration.
That is an unpopular opinion.
And she's by herself on that. Because I'm not with her. I'm not with her. Most of them? No. If they choose to do a collaboration, usually slaps.
Yes.
Usually it's really good.
Usually the collaborations that I have a problem with are collaborations that in the end I don't dislike. It's just collaborations that I have a little problem with. Because for example, and I've said this in the video, and I know this is controversial, but we're talking about unpopular opinions here, so please hear me out and respect my opinion. But when BTS released All Night with Juice WRLD, they had this beautiful theme about not only the game, but about BTS and Suga and RM. So thoughtful in the rap, so thoughtful lyrics and amazing lyrics, wordplay and everything. And I do like the song with Juice WRLD. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. But he completely goes out of topic. And I do have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's the truth. I do have a problem with that. Because the song, what is he talking about? We're talking about working hard and our dreams and all of this. And then, boom, Juice WRLD with this
Stupid ass line.
And I mean, it's catchy, and I like that he's part of the song. But
he didn't even hear the whole song. How did he come up with that?
he was doing someone else's homework. Like, there was one homework, and they were all doing it. But Juice WRLD was doing his rap was so good and so creative, but it was not for this.
It's like
homework.
when you do like a group project and they just get it together at the last minute of the like when they're about to present.
You didn't understand the prompt.
Yeah, they didn't. He did it.
So just like with All Night, there are actually a couple of songs that are like that.
But honestly,
a couple.
But
yeah.
but Loki, that's a great song.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's a great song. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. I love All Night. And the other guy who does that is Designer. Designer on their Mic Drop remix. Absolutely. His rap had nothing to do with Mic Drop. Mic Drop is about a very specific topic. And Designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end, I do like these collaborations, but I do prefer, like this comment said, BTS songs as a group, as solos, or as unit songs.
Yeah.
So that is the opinion. I still like stop saying on featuring Sia. We don't talk about that. Actually, I'm going to make a video about that.
You have an idea, no? What was it called?
I think it was called something like what was it called? What was it called?
Oh, it's actually not a bad song. What? No, defending.
No. I'm not defending on featuring Sia. I'm defending War of Hormone. That's another video.
Yeah.
That's another video.
That's actually such a good idea of a video. Carolina Perez, Juice WRLD part sound as horrible as it. That's crazy.
That's crazy, Caroline. But thank you still.
Thank you still so much. You're so nice.
But yeah, I have plans for a video. I don't have them yet.
War of Hormone, my beloved. Period.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that song.
I have an idea for a video about in defense of War of Hormone. Something like that is going to be called. And the unfeaturing Sia video, it's about something like why is this the BTS most disliked song? Something like that. I don't even remember. But yeah, those are
someday it'll come.
Someday those videos
are gonna be released.
Are going to be released, yes.
Okay, next.
Okay, next.
Because we're already 20 minutes past.
Oh. Okay. This one says...
How many you got?
13, I think.
No, but how many were missing? Sorry.
3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay. This one says...
Oh my goodness, I'm scared.
I don't really like the Japanese version of their already Korean-made songs. I just think the translated version sounds off. But when they originally make songs already in Japanese, I absolutely love them, like Airplane Part 2 or Film Out. I'm going to say that I kind of have to agree with this one. I'm going to be completely honest. When I listen to my BTS playlist and a Japanese version of a Korean song comes up, I skip it.
A Japanese song?
The Japanese version of a Korean song comes up, I skip it. That is the truth.
That's my opinion. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, she's sick. Okay, I'm going to do the poll. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I listen to all the originals. Original version of everything. That's just kind of like my thing.
But do you think the Japanese versions sound off?
Sometimes, I mean, it really depends because sometimes it's like it suits very well the song. So sometimes it doesn't feel wrong. So sometimes it feels like different, but like it feels okay, like its own song type thing.
I know, but
I don't know.
I personally feel like I know how the Korean verses go, like how the Korean curses and everything. So when there's a Japanese song and I try to listen to it, I'm like, but it's not like that. It's this other way.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
do feel like
I
it's
have
a
that.
little bit off.
Also, but if we're gonna be like that, I also feel that way with the English version of songs.
But BTS doesn't have English versions of songs.
They have a few. BTS no, but like
Yeah, like Jimin. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like that's you got me there.
I got you.
Yes, because I do listen to like crazy
Period.
Korean version and English version.
I listen to both too.
I listen to both of them. I guess it's because I get so used to the Korean versions, and then like maybe even a year after they release the Japanese version, and I'm supposed to be used to it. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I feel like that has to do with it.
Paris, again, thank you
Caroline,
so much.
stop it.
She's
Japanese
saying-
versions brings nothing to the table. I mean, it's the same song. It's the same song, but in another language.
we have the contrary part. Senu, I actually prefer
Ooh, these comments.
Japanese version.
Very
Thank you so
dividing.
much, by the way.
Thank you so much to both of you. Completely different opinions,
Exactly.
but I love you both because we are all armies at the end of the
At
day.
the end of the day,
Yeah, so be nice to everyone.
we're being nice to everyone.
Yes. I mean for the comments and stuff.
Okay, this was I think a little easier. Nat is asking Bora, do you prefer Korean mic drop version or the English one? Korean. But excuse me.
Listen to me. This is very hard for me because
I like
for
Korean.
years, I'm going to be completely honest, I preferred the Stevie Aoki remix English version. Like, you know, the English remix with more English than the Korean regular version.
Yeah.
So I would say that version for years. But then it came to a point, I think during the pandemic, like not during the pandemic. I think in 2022 when I changed my mind. And I said, actually, now I like the original Korean version better than the
Yeah,
Stevie
I like
Aoki
both.
remix. Because it's different. The Stevie Aoki remix is more like DJ stuff. DJ, you know, like EDM.
EDM stuff.
But the BTS version is more like hip hop. And I used to prefer the Stevie Aoki remix at first better. I preferred that version. But now it's the
No,
original.
I agree. You know
I changed
why?
my
I
mind.
love both. I love both because they both feel very different
Yes.
and amazing. Caroline Perez.
Caroline,
Caroline.
you can comment
Your
without
opinion actually is dope. Period quick. That's so cute.
Caroline, you can totally comment without donating. Like, it's not mandatory. You can totally just
put it in the chat.
yes.
But thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you so
nice.
much. Yes. Thank you to all of you for participating in the comments. Because can you imagine if there were no comments,
comments, we
and
would
just
be like,
you and I talking?
Or like, ugh.
Yes.
I like
Yes, someone commented Lottie Dottie, and I nostalgia because that's like from the Korean version.
yeah.
But anyways, most of you guys agree with this comment about the Japanese versions being a little off as someone who listens to the Korean versions more.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one. Let me check how many are. Yes, it's 13 and we only have 2 left. Okay. Oh, this one has 3 points. Number one says, I think it's a waste at this point not having the live versions of the songs on Spotify. I want to enjoy those unique arrangements, those instrumentals from the concerts whenever I want, please. So I don't think this is an unpopular opinion. This is a demand that all armies are asking.
Can you repeat it? Because I didn't.
Yes,
listen.
it's
sorry.
you know how in their concerts they usually have like a certain arrangement, certain remix, certain sound that is not from the original. So for
Okay.
example, Not Today, they would do it like on
Oh yes.
another version. Some armies, including
Don't like
me,
that.
no, they love it.
Oh,
And they
okay.
want these versions, live versions on Spotify.
Yes. Yes.
And I know we all agree, and I totally agree with this as well. However, I have to comment something about this, and this is why I chose this comment. When I see live versions of albums on Spotify and stuff, it's usually from artists who don't have a lot of discography. So when they release those, I feel like it's okay. It makes sense. But if BTS starts releasing like live albums, that would be crazy because BTS already has so many songs, and it's difficult to kind of reach to listen to all of them and find all of them. And Spotify is also a little bit of a mess to find the albums in chronological order and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So when you add the live versions, the live concerts and all of that as albums, that can be a little confusing to new
But
fans.
they're so good though.
Yes, what I think they should do is release one album with not every single. For example, if they perform, let's say, just an example on Lollapalooza, maybe they shouldn't necessarily release a Lollapalooza album, but they should, from all the past performances that we've been loving and asking for these versions to be on Spotify, to have one album of the best live performances or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, they should totally consider it.
Someone says, I don't care, just give me. I
There you
mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just thinking about
All I want is Dang on Spotify.
that is, I'm never going to stop asking for that. I'm never going to stop
To the day
wishing
I
for
die.
that. To the day I die. Like, I'm still going to ask for Dang on Spotify. Dang needs to be on Spotify. Like, at some point, it
Dang
needs to
is the best song ever created.
be. Stop it. Every song is the best song.
ever created.
Yes. Oh, someone said at least a CD. I mean, I think what armies want is for these versions to be on Spotify, not like easy access, to download
yeah.
them and just have them there everywhere. And the third point is kind of like that, so I'm not going to get really into that. So I'm going to read the second point. It is not necessary to have a bias or a favorite member in the group. I say this because when you start conversations with another fan, they always start with who is your bias. Or when you show interest in being a BTS stan, there is always someone telling you, great start by choosing your favorite member. I'm going to do the poll. What do you think about biases? Do you think they're necessary?
Biases.
They're
I'm
not
gonna,
a big of
I'm
a
gonna say
deal?
something. When I started liking BTS, I was very shocked about these little terms about like who's your bias or things like that. Little terms that I didn't know because for Western music, like we don't have that. So I was like a little confused, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's an interesting concept. But it's definitely not mandatory. Like if you don't have one, that's completely fine. And it shouldn't be like you shouldn't have one, like necessarily, You can have one if genuinely that's what your heart feels like. But I don't because honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I love them all so much and so equally, but I do have a little bit of a bias. And I think we talked about this, but like my bias keeps changing throughout the time,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes it's like one of them and then I change it, and then I, like that happens. I think it's normal. But what I do want to say is that if you're not OT7, then you're not an army, period. And you shouldn't say that you're an army, because you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be OT7. You can have your little love and little bias or whatever, but still you need to be OT7 and support the 7 of them and want them to still be together in BTS. Never saying that you want your bias to be by themselves or solo careers or whatever. I think that's weird, and I don't like that. I genuinely disagree with that.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but
100%.
usually the conversations by armies are not necessarily like bias. Like armies wouldn't say that their bias should go solo. Those are not like armies, you know. We're talking about armies. Like I totally understand what this comment is trying to say, because I've seen those comments. Like, let's say there's a new reactor on YouTube reacting to BTS, and they start getting a little bit into BTS and the members, but they have a preference for, let's say, Suga because of his rap, let's say. And then the comments are always, there's always a lot of people in the comments saying, like, that's great finding your bias already. Or like, you know, starting the conversation with a bias. And I know like it's a common thing. It's a common thing when it comes to boy bands and stuff too. Of course, you have to choose your favorite member. Like, do you remember like the era of the Jonas Brothers? Like, who's your favorite Jonas brother? Like, that's the thing. But with BTS it's different, I feel like. And I think we should not start conversations with who's your bias. And that's why I put the poll. I wrote, I focus on starting the conversation with who is your bias. Agree or disagree?
Someone asked like, what's the harm in it? There's no harm. Like,
there's no harm.
There's no harm in having a bias or anything. Of course, OT7 from the get go. Like, if you're an army, you're OT7, period. That's it. But you can have your bias. You can have your bias record or whatever, and you can have fun with it because it's something fun. It's something cool, something cute. But I don't know. I don't feel like you should definitely have one, and to kind of see where your personality, how is your personality. I don't think that's how it works.
Yes.
Because I'm very different with the bias I had. I don't know.
I feel like I don't necessarily agree or disagree with this unpopular opinion, because I see both sides. Like, it can be a little weird to start a conversation like with a new fan.
Yeah.
Like, you already have a bias, so this and this, and you know, it's a little weird, but also there's no like a lot of harm there. There's not like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's really
but
not.
It can lead sometimes.
It's how you approach it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Cecilia Quito.
Thank you so much. I don't know why it says message retracted, but
thank you.
Thank you still.
Can you comment? I'll try to find you.
Yes, maybe there was a
section.
problem. So we're going to look for the comment. Don't donate again. Just comment normally, and we're going to check.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But I do feel like whenever I meet like an army in the wild, as you would say,
In a while.
they immediately ask, who is your bias? And sometimes I do ask that as well.
Yeah, I have asked that.
And you know what usually happened to me? And then I stopped asking that.
What?
I asked, who's your bias? And they say, oh, I don't have that. And then I realized that they are not like armies, like super armies. They are just like, they listen to them.
But I say that.
What do you say?
I don't have a bias. I like all of them.
No, they don't say it like, I don't have one, like I love all of them. They say like, I don't do that stuff. Like, I don't.
Like, they don't like that type of K-pop stuff.
Yes, kind of. Like,
I kind of
like
get it.
I like BTS, but I'm not that into BTS. That's the feeling that I would get.
That's.
I don't know.
Nice.
Like that happened to me.
I'm hungry.
You know with who?
With who? Oh, I hate that. I hate that girl. Okay, so listen, we have beef with one of Bora. Recently graduated from university, and there was this girl that she met that she was so nasty, and she said this. No, this is the tea because she's so nasty. I hate that girl, and I never use the word hate towards another person, but I hate her.
It's just that you cannot do this stuff. You cannot.
This just adds a reason why we hate that. We just hate her. We just hate her. No, because you told me the name of the girl, like without the mic, and I was like, hell no.
But I'm telling you that my
yeah.
first interaction was like that. This is someone who is a classmate, and
She was a classmate. She was so shady. So she was such a bad person.
yeah. But anyways, my first interaction with her was that, of course, I have BTS on the background of my cell phone, like my wallpaper,
Uh-huh.
and she looked at it and was like, "Oh, you like BTS?" And I said, "Yes." And,
course.
And she said, "Oh, me too."
And you're super nice.
Yes.
Trying to interact.
I was just like trying to, have some fun, like, oh,
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation. Who's your bias? And she started to, she said like what I said, like,
oh, I don't do that stuff.
yeah, like, oh, like, I don't have a bias, but not like I'm OT7 army. It was not that vibe,
It
guys.
was not the vibe. No.
you
Now
know
that
what
you
I'm trying to
said,
say.
now that you said who said it, I know it was like
it was not an OT7 thing, guys. It was not.
no.
It was
we hate
do
that.
do you even like are really like an army? Like
Yeah, like ew. Like
Yes.
are you an army like that? Ew.
I just
Ugh.
listen to them. But
Stupid.
but she said like I'm an army, so I was like, oh, maybe she is an army. So
No, she
who's
was
your
not.
bias? She's not. She's not, guys. I know that. I know now that she's not.
So, a lot of people are actually congratulating you for your graduation.
Thank you so much.
Yes, she graduated like a long time ago. No, not time ago, but like
It feels.
yeah, it feels. Oh, someone's saying congrats.
Thank you.
Yikas
Choi.
Choi.
Was it Choi?
Choi.
Choi.
I think in English is Choi.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, everyone. Thank you, Yikas.
Yeah, someone asking like, was the vibe was like it was so beneath her.
Yes.
That's exactly
Yes.
what we were trying to
Yes,
say.
it was like that. Yes, someone said, "Oh, are you like obsessed?" Yes, that was the vibe.
Ew.
That was the vibe.
That was the vibe,
it.
and that's so nasty.
That's
so
it.
nasty.
It was not nice, guys.
That's so nasty. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all agree. We all agree on that. Okay, so next one.
Okay, so the last comment. The last one. Oh, it says 4 points. Number 1. Oh, this one's controversial. It's okay that music of the vocal line are more popular and have more streams than the rap line. The music is pop, so it's popular mostly to general public. Hip hop and rap is more specific genre. Because you know what happens now is that I think hip hop and rap has become a lot more mainstream and has actually become bigger in certain ways than pop music. It has bigger streaming numbers than pop music.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's become really, really big. I think the problem is that whether it's the label or whether it's us as a fandom, we are not showing the rap lines music to the right audience.
Yeah.
There's the rap and hip hop audience is so big. Have you
No, because I am gonna disagree with this because I like rap music, and honestly, no, because I have a preference for anybody.
but I do listen to the rap line more because I genuinely enjoy the type of music more, and that's it. There's nothing deep in that. Like there's nothing more than that. I'm just like I'm just part of a little bit more of the rap community, so that's why stream to that music a little bit more. I disagree on this. I disagree on this. I don't think that's how it is. I'm sorry. You typing distracts me.
I think this used to be a good valid point, but I do think that now it's not
The case anymore.
the case anymore. Rap is has such a big audience now. Has such a big audience now. And actually the artists having billions of streams are rap artists. Not so much pop artists. Pop this year, 2024, has had a comeback. But in 2023, 2022, 2020, since 2020, the ones dominating the charts have been rap songs,
Yeah.
hip hop
Yeah.
songs, not pop songs.
No pop song.
No.
So I don't think this is updated, up to date.
I mean, it used to be a thing, but I feel like now,
It's not a thing anymore.
yes, now the popular genre is rap music, really.
Yeah.
And
Rap, trap, hip hop, all of it. That's what
Yes.
is in the at the
I think the
top.
problem is that the rap lines music is not being targeted correctly. That's number one. And number two, it's the obvious. Like it sucks, but it exists. And that is xenophobia. Like the fact that it's rap in another language is going to throw some people off. And that has to do with it. But also the vocal line releases pop music in Korean. So where's the excuse in that? I do believe that we need to show the rap line songs to the right audiences because the
Yeah.
audience is there and the audience is huge.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest right now.
Yeah.
So
No, and honestly, is us not doing a good job because all of the recommendations, like I be sneaking BTS into my friends' playlist,
yes.
and most of the songs I sneak into their playlist are rap.
Mm,
All of my friends listen to Never Play. All of
right.
them because they like Megan. They know Megan because period. But but they listen to Never Play and sometimes they be like, "Oh, can you play that song you always play?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Never Play." I play it and they like it. And I think we're just targeting the wrong people. I think we're just targeting the wrong people in the wrong ways. And yes,
The wrong audiences.
the wrong artists, and I think it sucks, and people are really missing out because just because it's in Korean they don't want to listen to the song, and it's like you're really missing out because this is a really cool song. Like for example, Sexy Nuking has an impact cultural change in my life. So the fact that it's not like the biggest song in the world is kind of weird for me because
It
it's
is for
so-
you.
it is for me, it is for my world.
Yes.
They are missing out.
Yes. I mean, let me see the poll. So I wrote for the poll, it's okay for the pop songs vocal line to have more streams than the rap songs rap line. And 74% disagree. So this is an unpopular opinion.
Let me see. I'm sorry. Let me read this comment, which I totally agree. Rap enthusiasts appreciate lyric more. So the language barrier is bigger, I guess.
Yes.
So I totally understand that. However, still the music is so good that I feel like they're missing out a little bit. Like they're missing out just because I can translate the song a few times, and I know what it is about and I respect it. Like Suga's album, like I love it so much, and also the sound is so good that I just enjoy it a lot. I don't know, and also it's the
Yes.
vibes.
Yeah, so this is definitely a controversial opinion and I understand, but
But I think they should be equal, vocal and rap line.
yes. So I just try to be balanced. I stream all of the 7 members and BTS.
Yeah.
But for example, for the Billions project, I listen to the Billions project and then I listen to the new releases. And for the Billions project, certain members have reached their goals. So I'm going to move on to the next to the I'm going to focus on the songs that have not reached 1 billion. And
Yeah.
that is the rap line and Jin, so the Hyun line, right?
Yeah.
And technically I focus more on the Hyun line, and that's why they appear more on my Spotify Wrapped. But it's not necessarily because of anything.
Yeah.
I follow the projects. That's it, and I follow the new releases. That's it.
Someone saying rap fans pretend to care about lyric. I know because I used to be in their spaces and they do not care. The more controversial, the better for them.
Yes,
I also agree with this
Yes,
because
it's true.
a lot of rap songs have really stupid lyric. So I don't know. It's just crazy, but BTS has really good music and people just sleep on that just because they're in Korean. And
Yes.
I think that's stupid.
Yes. So there is a point there that general audiences are going to be more open to the pop songs than BTS's Korean hip hop and rap songs. But it's a conversation. It's a conversation that we're
Yeah.
having.
Yeah.
Yes, it's controversial. Okay, number 2, we Army should support newer releases first rather than older releases just to make records. We can do both, but know the priority. I think we actually focus on the new releases, except for when it comes to like little projects like the 1 billion project. It's technically some, but it's not really old songs. It's like all the songs are from 2022 to now.
Yeah.
But maybe with Fake Love because it's the next song to 1 billion. But really, the focus is not specifically on Fake Love. It's on the Hyung line for now because
Yeah.
it's the 1 billion that we're missing. So, should I do a poll about that one?
I don't know.
Because I don't know.
I think it's very obvious when it comes to that one. Like, we are, like, the focus is on the newer songs.
Yes. Okay, so people are saying yes. So let's do one very quick poll. So vote fast because we're going to the next one. You can read some comments.
Yum, 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 yum. Someone says, but my friends who end up liking RM's album do not like K-pop. K-pop are not the audience for the rap line. Agree. I agree with that. So frustrating when people start yelling about older songs. I'm assuming older songs very quickly. Yes. Also, like we are putting our focus in the newer songs.
I mean,
so I don't know what they're saying.
Personally, I've always seen armies focusing on the new releases.
Yeah.
Always. And sometimes I would even say it's a little bit of a problem because BTS releases so constantly that
you have to like drop the
Yes,
other ones? No.
because Namjoon released Right Place Wrong Person this year.
Mhm.
A couple of months ago. Well, months ago. But this year. And that is technically an old release because Jin has a new album and V has a new song and this other song and this other song. And it's like, no, for me, RM's album is still a priority. Like,
Yeah, of course.
so at what point, what is new? Because there's so many songs. There's so many songs already. What's new at this point? You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So the poll says 82% agree. So we should support the new releases over the old releases. So, yeah. Okay, the number 3 says, I prefer songs composed and written by members a lot. I feel the connection from them, so Golden and Layover are honestly my least favorite albums in chapter 2. Mm,
uh, I don't know. I honestly like both. I like them both. How do you feel? People are disagreeing. I love Golden. I love Layover. So I don't know how to feel. I love Layover. I love Golden. How do you guys feel? Like I love those two. Hmm. Someone says 70% agree.
honestly, I feel like I don't have an opinion about this because I have some songs that they have written that are my favorites, and I have songs that
Yeah.
they have not written and they are also my favorites. And I have songs that they have written, like Make It Right, that I don't like. And I have songs that they have not written that I don't like. So I don't have an opinion about this.
And also, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there are other artists that don't write their songs and they just suck. But also, it's because they choose those. Whenever BTS don't write their songs, they at least choose. They choose and they say like, "Oh, I like it." So
Yes.
if they chose it, I like it because they choose usually very good.
Yeah, like I feel like I do like Golden and Layover.
I love.
And I do know that, for example, for Layover, I can totally see Taeyeon choosing those songs.
Mm.
I know because it feels like an album by him. It's his songs. So even though he didn't compose like all of them,
Just like Caroline says, thank you so much again. You have to consider the whole context too.
yes, yes. So yeah, someone said when JK chose Standing Next to You, he saw it in his head. So
Mm-hmm.
it's different stuff. I don't really have an opinion about this. Like I said, I have songs that they have composed that I like, love, not like as much, and the same with the songs that are not composed by them.
Yeah, because also like I feel like anything that they have related, even though they write it or no, or like they compose it or no, still is never gonna be something that doesn't represent them.
Yes.
So if
it's
you don't
always-
like them just because they didn't write it from scratch, probably you don't like what they represent because that's what they represent. Golden for Jungkook, that's him, and
I mean,
everyone
some
can say
people-
that.
but I also understand their point. Like some people
Yeah.
prefer Standing Next to. I'm sorry. Still with You.
Okay,
He wrote that from scratch.
yeah,
So
I understand that
I
there's
understand
a
the
preference.
point. Yes, I
I understand that there
understand.
can
I
be a
understand.
preference.
I personally like both, like everything, and I don't really
I
have
like
an
both.
opinion.
Yeah, I like everything. I
Yes,
like
I don't really
all the
have an
cases. I don't
opinion.
know. Weird.
Yes. Okay, so the last.
Still, we use a banger though. Period.
Yes. The last unpopular opinion. We can listen whatever we want to support BTS. Goals are fine, but enjoying music is still the most important.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that is an amazing last opinion because I think we can all agree. Like in
More
the
than an
end,
opinion, it's a message.
yes, in the end, we all just enjoy BTS music, and that's why we're here.
Period.
And that's why we're here.
We just have to enjoy it. You know,
Yes,
we have to enjoy it. We have to have fun, and if we're here, it's because we love BTS's music, and that's it. I love it. I'm always gonna love it. We're here for the music. Yes.
So I did the last poll. It's very important that you guys vote.
Because of course you have a choice.
Yes.
It's yes or yes.
Very controversial. Yes,
Oh my god, we're so divided.
99%. But yes, it's also at 2%. Like,
That's saying yes,
yes.
or a 98% saying yes.
Mm-hmm. So that is the last.
I think the goals kind of create the community, kind of create a community because we all get together. Yes, I agree with that too.
Yes.
Totally. Yes or yes or yes or yes, 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 yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so there's a Winter Ahead streaming party on Stage Ahead in 5 minutes. So we have to go,
Yes.
and you guys too. Go
So
to
wait.
BTS's socials, please, and join the streaming party.
Yes.
It's starting in 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes.
Okay, let's go to that. Someone saying for a sister. Tu es muy al estilo del de Jin. Like she's saying I
Oh.
say like Jin does. I got it from him.
That's so cute.
Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. Everyone. We're gonna have another this is
Yes.
the Merry Christmas, the Christmas.
Oh yes, we're going to have a Christmas theme live stream next Friday. So please be here.
Next Friday is the 27th though.
Oh, I'm sorry. New Year's.
This is
New Year's.
Christmas.
Yes, my
For
point.
the people who
Yes,
celebrate
today
Christmas.
was Christmas or holidays. Next live stream is going to be ranking every single 2024 BTS song. So please be here because we're going to be voting and you're going to choose in which tier each song is going to be.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yes. And I'm going to prepare some clips so we can all watch them. And that's it.
So happy holidays to
So,
everybody.
Everyone say goodbye. We have 4 minutes.
We have 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes. When is it? It's Friday at the same time. We usually start 5:30. PST. We always have this problem.
Yes. Congrats again on your graduation, Queen. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you so much.
Perez. You're so nice to Bora. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, guys. Have a great. Well, I was gonna say have a good night, but I don't know if it's night over there or where.
It's next Friday, the live stream, guys. From this time, just subtract 3 hours because it's different from each country. So whatever time it is now, subtract 3 hours, and that's when the live stream is going to start next Friday. So see you next Friday.
See you next Friday, guys. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to everyone. And let's do the ranking next live stream. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yes, I'm going to prepare so many clips and it's going to be fun.
Yes. And also wait for the new video.
Yes.
Already gonna
My
be
new
out.
video is going to come out in 2-3 days approximately.
So yeah.
So yes.
We're also gonna talk about that.
Yes.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays.